Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. It's a new year, a new day, a new show to jump into on a new streaming platform, and so much more, folks. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's AEW Dynamite night. Fight for the Fallen, Gen 1. It's going to be a big one. Adam Copeland returning, and so much more. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the shows. But don't forget, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we jump into Wednesday night Dynamite. Going to be a fun one here tonight. It's Fight for the Fallen. Big card, lots going on. HBO Max debut, expecting big things. The mother of all streams. So we'll find simulcast, whatever they want to call it. It's going to be a good one here tonight. We're going to be the live reaction to all your action. I see that number climbing already. I see that chat filling up. Happy New Year's. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Hope you're feeling good. But I will remind you, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick. Yes, Happy New Year, Happy 2025. And we're kicking it off with the mother. Well, what about all the father simulcasts? The father of all simulcasts. You would shout out to the moms, but what about the dads? But yes, HBO Max debut. We've got the Fight for the Fallen. We've got the fallout from World's End and everything. Copeland's back. Kenny's back. What's going to happen, my guy?
Lots to unfold. And again, I think there's optimism. I know I've seen some debate, and I've been participating in some debate in the fact of, you know, World's End was one of the better pay-per-views for AEW of the year. I think some people still have this thing of like AEW pay-per-views always rock. That's not necessarily true. No. It's also like, you know, AEW always brings the best in-ring action. Not always true anymore. Things have changed a little, but World's End was something solid. Nice twist, nice turns, 8 matches, quality over quantity. I thought they did a very good job. And I mean, you head into Wednesday tonight, and you're optimistic, you're excited, you want this to be good, you want it to be solid, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be. Like you said, Copeland returns, Kenny's back. There's lots of things to kind of be excited about and lots of things to dive into. 2025 already off to a crazy start as Omos. Yes, Omos is a tag team champion in Noah. So, I mean, Nick, we talked about an insane 24-25 starting on day 1.
Oh, yeah, it's already off to a fucking hell of a start. Congratulations to Omos. It did tickle me to see that and everything. I dig it. But yeah, too, AEW's got a ton of momentum going into 2025. Their debut on HBO Max. So now we've got the streaming wars instead of the ratings wars. Is that going into 2025? Are ratings out? We don't talk about them anymore because it's all streaming numbers.
You know what? I think they're going to be adjusted. And I think the people that analyze the numbers more than we do will have to balance it. There is going to be a drop off. You know, there are people that are going to be able to access it. But I mean, if you're already watching it every week on TBS, TNT, wherever, again, I don't know how much it impacts you. For the viewer out there that doesn't have access, that does stream, that sometimes uses pirate ways, matey. I mean, this is maybe a chance to kind of get something a little more stable. And again, these numbers will be available. They will be a measurable analytic moving forward. You will have the ability to see the numbers of Dynamite on TV and on streaming. We'll find out. So, I mean, again, we want to see the audience grow. So let's hope.
Right. Well, I was just looking at it more of, is it worth the discussion anymore? Because like then you've got to compare the streaming numbers, like then you've got to account Monday Night Raw is only on Netflix now, so there is no actual TV ratings with that. So does this, maybe the streaming wars, put an end to the ratings tribalism?
Well, it's funny because I mean, we've talked about this a lot, Nick. I mean, we didn't talk a lot about ratings once upon a time. It wasn't a big point of contention or discussion. And then certain people started doing really well in the numbers, so they started bragging. Now I feel like we talk about it a little too much. Maybe it goes by the wayside because it doesn't really matter. Again, I think, will people out there still track down what the numbers are on Netflix, what the numbers are on HBO? For sure. I'm curious what the comparable will be. But at the end of the day, for guys like you and me, we're just hoping for the good quality programming. Put it all together, put on good shows. I don't care how many people are watching as long as I'm entertained.
Right. Well, speaking of people who are watching and people entertained, should we say hi to the chat and everything? It's 2025. We got, 9 minutes before the show goes live.
Yeah, we got 9 minutes to start up Dynamite, folks. We will be here all night long. Get in that chat. But what's up, KJ and Big Nick? New Year's, what am I ready for? Raw on Netflix. What NFL on Saturday? What? I don't care what happens in the NFL anymore.
Man won the fantasy league and it's just like, I don't care anymore. Yes, congratulations. Moment in the sun.
2024 as the fantasy champion and the wing champion, collecting all the belts in 2024.
Might be hockey champion too as well out there. There's already people saying we can't let this man win both leagues.
Struggling right now, so we'll see. I'm in a bit of a cold spot, but join our Discord. Nick reminding everybody we are on Discord. Go check it out. Go be a part of the family there. I'm a little interested. The leader of the Hopium Tribe, Damien, welcome back. I'm a little interested in the first time ever matchup between OC and Hangman. This comes out of the Fatal 4-Way, Nick. A little surprised that they're doing it, but OC and Hangman now have a rivalry. Are they hoping that can this elevate OC? How does this help Page? What does Moxley do? Is Copeland walking away from 3 other challengers and Darby?
It's going to be interesting to see where their main title scene kind of goes, because now that none of them won and everything, and now Copeland's back, and I think we're getting to Copeland Moxley. Mm-hmm. Now, what do you do with OC that you've built up? You've still got Hangman, you've got Jay White out there. I saw Swerve and Jay White are in a triple threat to be the #1 challenger, the Casino Battle Royal that they're having next week to decide who gets it. Or no, they're having, the Battle Royal, I believe, is next week to decide who gets a title shot at Maximum Carnage Dynamite.
So it's interesting because Swerve's already on that graphic, the graphic that went out for Maximum Carnage. It's Moxley and Swerve as the head. As this is the way they did it. I don't know what it means. I find it really funny that you're in a triple threat or a fatal 4-way for the title, and then a week later you end up being in like another we're going to go to a battle royal to get another title shot. Like, I don't love it. We need some rivalry, like a reason for these people to hate each other and keep fighting.
I liked what we had going into the fatal 4-way more than I would anything with this. Like, it felt weird just because Darby got pushed to the side, but if you maybe just found a way to bring Darby back into it and make it make sense, add in Copeland, I'd rather have, like you said, we're kind of saying, I think, of have structure versus a battle royal decides your #1 contender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, like Darby had reasons to be pissed, and then on the Wednesday after the Full Gear, they were both in the same building. No follow up to what happened at Full Gear, and then Darby falls by the wayside. We get 3 guys challenge the title. Adam Copeland overshadows them all. Rated FTR is going to be here tonight. I also thought for tonight we are getting a 6-man tag, folks. But I thought this should have been, if I was booking, I mean, I don't know where he is. We haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he's back in England stuff. But actually have the trios titles on the line against Rated FTR to set the tone. Maybe they even win the trios titles to kind of tell Moxley we're coming to get you. But it's not the case. But it's something I have really considered today.
Well, this is a perfect segue into when we're back here tomorrow, me, you, and Anthony, for our bold predictions for 2025 and everything, because maybe the trios titles don't exactly make it into 2025.
Oh, touche.
Right.
What's up, Eric? How you doing? Happy New Year's. Body's big historical 2025 awaits. We are convinced of it. And rest in peace, sweet daddy Sika and President Jimmy Carter. Never thought I'd hear those 2 names in the same sentence, but there you go.
Fair enough.
P's and P's. TJ's back. Eric's back. Ken Rock, AB, Jay, how you doing? Happy beer to you too. Ken, how you doing? Rest in peace. Absolutely. What's up? What's up? Eric Tate got you. Easy Bake. Welcome back. Denisha, welcome back. There you go. Not used to Nick being here on a Wednesday. So what up, Nick?
What up? What up? What up? Yeah, it got to be special. It's starting off the year right 100%, and it's the Max debut. I'm actually going to try and watch it on Max.
There you go. There you go. What's the over-under on Copeland breaking something in his next match? Oof. I don't wish that on him. I hope he's all right. I hope he's smart enough to realize, like, you can have a good match without jumping off shit.
Facts, 100%, especially cages. It didn't work for you, and it definitely didn't work for Bronson Reed either.
Right. What's up, Jose? How you doing? Jerome's with us. Happy New Year. Jerome, I think that might be a newer name. Alex, welcome back. Braden, good to see you. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Brendan, I think we got you, but it's what we know about the New Orleans attacker. I know nothing.
I know, but still, I will say quickly, T's and P's for everyone in New Orleans, any family that was affected by all that. I'm not going to go into the detail. Well, I can say it if you want, but I don't really want to.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, Google it if you don't know. But yeah, tragic day. It sucks, and especially to start off 2025 like that.
Mm-hmm.
The world's still kind of
right. No, T's and P's for sure though. AEW on Max and TV as tonight history. Robert Cortez, good to see ya. AB got you. Kiwan Trek back with us. Happy New Year. Open pre-CW NXT will show up on Netflix here in the States sooner rather than later. Now I know in Canada I have call-outs on Netflix for NXT and SmackDown shows, so that will be very intriguing in Canada. And then of course Raw going live on the 6th. We are going to be here on Sunday, folks. We are going to give you guys a preview and predictions for that historic Monday night. So be here for that. Kiwan, welcome. As I see those numbers climbing, folks, get in there. Let us know how you're feeling on this New Year's. How did you spend your New Year's? Are you happy? What are some of your resolutions? What are your wrestling resolutions?
That's what we should almost call it. Well, no, maybe we'll have to do that as another one. Wrestling resolutions.
Right. Happy New Year, KJ White and Big Nick Emo in the building. Well, BMO. Denisha.
I like Alexis calling us the bearded ones, by the way. Shout out Alexis.
Oh, nice. Alexis. Yes. Let's go.
Yeah, happy New Year, bearded ones.
The card doesn't really look good, but guessing we will get some. I mean, there is some intriguing stuff. Nick's got it up on the screen. And in about a minute and a half, I'm going to talk about, we'll throw it to the Jeff Jarrett stuff, but AEW stacked card. We could get Samoa Joe. Me and you were talking about that already.
Right.
So lost to Dizzy Dame. There you go. I mean, Izzy, not Dizzy, but Izzy's a powerful lady. We'll come back to that. Antoine, good to see you. J1, good to see you. As I'm going to rapid fire some of these. Happy New Year. Roll Tide, always a pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. T's and P's. Again, ignorant Canadian watching movies all day. Roll Tide, got you. Travis, welcome back. Brother Thought Salisbury. How you doing? Kyle. Richard's back with us. Who else we got? AML623. Welcome. Willie, pleasure as always. Waiting to see how much.
Why'd you say that like it's wrong?
I was choosing my wording. But doesn't follow up. Sometimes my thought process is out loud.
There you go.
Like it's always next thing before the last one ends. I mean, we've had a couple moments in our time, and we'll make this quick, but that they've had a really good moment, and we're looking for the follow-up, and the follow-up doesn't hit. And that's my worry.
Right. Yeah, that's hopefully not. Hopefully staying with the good momentum. We start off all of these Dynamite streams, all of these AW streams with the hopium in mind, and just hope that they land, that they stick the landing.
Right. I think I am getting the start of the show. Dre, good to see you. Mega, welcome back. 316, let's go. Brian's with us. Happy New Year's. Mark, good to see you. Hopefully security will be good at. Oh, I'm not touching that.
Yeah. I have just this event is starting on Max. What?
They're opening with I'm so excited. Joel, and I think I like it. It's got a event vibe.
Oh, now I've got the opening on Max. I've still got commercials on YouTube TV, but I have the opening on Max right now.
Okay, so I got
I have just the intro video for
Dynamite. What do you got?
I have the intro video for Dynamite.
Yeah, I just got the crowd shot in Asheville, North Carolina.
All right, I will let you know when I get there.
Perfect.
This is what I wanted to see, though, of how well it was going to go on Max. Sorry.
So just a slight, kind of seems okay so far.
Oh, yeah. I've
got
got the crowd shot Revolution Sunday, March 9th, Asheville, North Carolina.
There we go. There we go, folks. Nick and I are syncing up. If you want to do the same, we are just getting the crowd panning at ringside, showing all the folks. Building looks full. I like it. It's a good shout. Member for 1 month. Wrestling Proud. Good to see you. Good to see ya.
What up, my guy? I appreciate it 100% too. We do have the memberships, the super chats, everything. We got the merch store. We got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs. I got Okada walking backstage. Did you see this man in full wrestling attire throw out the opening pitch for a baseball game in Japan? Living the gimmick.
Right? This is a leap year. Is it a leap year? I didn't know that.
Wouldn't it make sense for it to be 2024 with every 4 years? Or am I just terrible? Poor American education system. I don't know.
Right.
Vitamins are in full effect tonight.
There's 28 days in February this year.
So then that would make it a leap year. Okay. Oh, because of the first year. But yeah, Dre's saying the sound on Max is horrible. I don't have it up too loud, but I haven't noticed anything.
Up next, we're opening with OC and Paige.
Hell of a way to start it off. I mean, what?
Moxley in the back having a panic attack.
Yeah.
Or having a strong bowel movement, my guy.
Well, did you even hear that the commentators, when they were calling the main event and everything, still don't fully understand what Mox's motive or agenda is?
Those dumb shits. And I complained about the commentary a lot because I thought they gave us a really good World's End. And when the wrestling's really good, it only highlights how bad the commentary is. Excalibur sucks. If he was a racehorse, we'd turn him into a glue stick. He sucks. And again, like I told you, Shivani pissed me off. We get a table spot essentially. And he chuckled. Oh, they went through that wood. Tony, what are you doing? But they can't even accurately, they're supposed to tell the story, and they can't accurately explain Moxley's motives, plot, whatever, story of any kind.
That's your one job. Your one job to do.
Yeah.
Elite Draft 29 days. Oh, so Vance is correcting me. I'm a fool. Yeah. So vitamins again are full in effect here, folks. It's still working off that New Year hangover. I didn't think I passed out till 3 a.m. this morning. So yeah.
Right. I kind of wish they went directly into the match, then do the Moxley thing after the match. But he's breaking down his issue with Edge, and Edge putting him in the crossface. Officially the third member of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be cross-faced with a chair bar by Edge.
Yeah, it's interesting that they did that, and it's always become his spot to do.
Right.
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Lashley, Andrew, shout out. Lashley gets to fight his sister tonight. Nick, Max Cassidy, yes.
Right. Rated FTR in the house. They even got their own gear, bro. Their own.
Of course, they got to have that merch.
They got on it quick. But that's got to be the main event tonight. 6-man tag. Again, we are opening the show tonight with Adam Page taking on OC. Interesting matchup. We'll see if it keeps the energy. Both guys can go in the ring, so I'm hoping for a fun one at minimum.
Well, I think it'll be a great match and everything because you having, top guy in the company versus former world champion.
And here comes Jane.
So think about it. This is going to be, everyone remember this, because this is going to be one of those trivia questions that you get asked on, say, Wing in the Ring or anything like that, of what was the first match that opened, the first ever Max stream and everything. It's going to be OC versus Hangman Adam Page.
It's interesting, right? And I mean, again, a lot of people talked about how much Orange Cassidy has been booked in the last 5 years. Many people out there feel like it's been too much. But sure enough, we're opening another Dynamite with Orange Cassidy. And again, in all due respect to Orange Cassidy, actually, it's his gimmick, maybe too much so. But I would start the show with some energy. Like what I said, you're opening.
That's why they gave him to Moxley.
Right? You're opening Dynamite, and this is a big Dynamite, means a lot. Jump right into a really good match. and that's my hope. But you know, he's kind of the antithesis of energy.
A wee bit, but I mean, it's it's 2025. It's just the same as 2024. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's like the meme of or the gif going around of New Year, new me, and it's always Sting taking off the Sting mask.
Right.
I need that shirt bad, Boston says. For the FTR shirt, me. I got Heyman coming out right now.
I like Heyman's entrance. I like Heyman's vibe. For me, Heyman Page is either the MVP of AEW in 2024. Too many acronyms, bro.
Yeah.
Or a runner-up to Will Ospreay. Like that's the kind of year that Adam Page had. Ran through a good rivalry. The whole burning the house down. I know some people hated it. I don't care. I'm in for stupidity. Let's do it. But overall, Adam Page has been good, but he's being him. Like he's found this guy that he's become, and he's working it, and it really has paid off.
Oh, absolutely. But are him and Swerve tied the same way like Drew and Punk are tied for 2024, like attached at the hip a little bit, because that was the big feud, the top feud in AEW for most of the year was Hangman Swerve.
I think Hangman did better with outside of their rivalry. I think if you compare to what Swerve did to what Page did, I think Page did better than Swerve did. Like I think Page separated himself from Swerve because he was really good after the rivalry. Swerve got really quiet after the rivalry.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, since the end of it and everything, I'll say that. But he closed out 2024 a lot quieter than Hangman did.
Yeah. But we're starting off with energy. And you know what's nice about the building they're in? It's got a lot of people in it. But I don't know about you. It seems so much brighter. They don't have
because they could actually show past the first two rows and there'll still be people there.
I'm happy about that, man.
100%. It doesn't feel as dark, dingy. It doesn't have that like NXT black and gold kind of era vibe to it where everything was really cut down.
Oh, it's super bright tonight.
RM, what up? Dork Knight Modfather, a wrestling days guy. Good evening from the United Kingdom. Shout out all the new names, everybody that's kicking off 2025 watching Wrasslin with us.
What up, Byron? Giving Richard some love. I like it. Nice shirt, and it's true. I like it. That's it. Coming soon, folks.
Facts. Spoiler alert. Well, who you got for this match, though? Who do you got actually getting the W?
I'm a little torn on this one. This one's a tough one to call. I'm gonna go Page, but I could see him losing.
Right. Yeah, I could take Hangman in this, but then again, I wonder do we see a heel Orange Cassidy ever? Like, I know it was kind of teased at the end of 2024 and all that, and I kind of thought for a little bit before they started poisoning him and everything like that maybe he could have ended up in Moxley's group. So do we get to where OC just gets sick of being the chill guy that it was his second, third, fourth fiddle?
I don't know. I mean, for me, a little bit that ship's a bit sailed away. Like I think that they had so many opportunities. Like the Moxley stuff, he could have done it. Like he changed. I noticed he's back into a lighter blue denim, so I guess he's not angry OC anymore. Rocking the blackish denim. Again, I think you can have that cool laid back gimmick, but you have to have another gear when shit matters. And too often, there's OC getting beat up by 5 guys and he does the shin kicks. Not the vibe you want. Like you really, the night that Moxley ran away and OC is responsible for the hand in my pocket. There has to be another gear. You can't just stay on cool when things are going wrong. Like you have to have some depth. You can't be a one-trick pony.
Right. And I absolutely, and I will say this, and again, not trying to give away too much for thoughts that I have and everything for tomorrow night's bold predictions and everything. I think we're more likely to see Hangman versus Copeland versus we are OC versus Copeland, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So I'll go with you if Hangman gets the win here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, I think that it's a hard show. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that yeah, I mean, OC could win this, but I just don't know where you're taking it. Like, and if OC loses, is it one of those cases with OC? OC could lose and lose and lose. It's still OC. They're still going to book them the same way. It's not going to change anything.
Right. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that's what makes this a bit of a coin flip and everything with that, because OC is still always the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it really, really is. I mean, again, you can decide if that's good or bad.
Right. Shout out, 123K to agree with us. If the show looks a lot cleaner and brighter, absolutely it does.
It really does.
OC gets caught, crossbody. Ooh, fall away into the turnbuckle.
Right.
But Mr. Quake, what up? Willie Simpkins, what up? Eric Tate, Mega, Bradley, saying hello to everybody. Apparently, especially me, because I'm the special guest on Wednesday tonight.
Right.
Brother Fluff Salisbury, I'm special, all right. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
With the $5 super chat, if Cassidy goes heel, he needs to change his name to Grapefruit Sundance.
Up and blocks the DDT. Good pace. Stun Dog Millionaire.
Just got that.
Okay. As he's ramping up to go off the ropes.
Tope freshly squeezed her.
What's that?
I was calling it the Tope freshly squeezed her.
Tope freshly squeezed her.
Oh, powerbomb on the apron. Oh, throws him off. Follow away slam up the entrance ramp here.
Right. As we're heading to our first commercial break, pitcher in pitcher, folks. Rolling through Dynamite as we kick it off with OC and Adam Page.
Absolutely. Well, and so far, I think a really good way. We're about 15 minutes into first wrestling stream of 2025. For us, first wrestling stream, I think, period, between the Netflix wars of, Netflix versus Max and everything. They beat them to the punch. But yeah, I think we're off to a hell of a start kicking off 2025, my guy.
Oh yeah, again, like I said, I mean, we just got into the start of this year already. I wake up reading news of Omos being a champion, where we thought all but possibly his wrestling career was over. And here he is fighting, winning titles. Again, we're super excited. I know we're mega fans, mega marks, and we're excited for a lot of things that maybe others aren't. But I mean, if you're a wrestling fan in 2025, you're going to get so much content, so many cool things. Even over the next few months, Saturday Night Main Event returns again. John Cena's retirement tour. What's going on with Jeff Jarrett? Like, there's so much. We haven't talked about Jeff Jarrett yet.
Fair enough. But Lisa is bringing up if a large amount of people see the show on Max, does it affect the TV viewership number for it? Yes.
It could.
Oh, I think it would. Well, it certainly would, just on the fact if you're not watching on cable and everything like that, that you're watching it through a different provider and everything, which Dre's out here mentioning how Max got commercials. I was expecting it to still have commercials and everything like that, just to be the same as if it was the regular show.
Yeah.
Or at least though, when I watch on YouTube TV, you'll get the picture-in-picture, so maybe they could have done that, but it's still their first one.
Yeah, no, but I expect them to have commercials, guys. And the advertising dollar is so important to a lot of what they do. So yeah, I had full expectation that we were going to continue to see commercials. We're probably going to get some commercials, all but reported that we will get commercials on Netflix as well. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a part of the beast. There's commercials during the NFL, any other sport. It is what it is.
Right. MDB, shout out, my guy. What up? Hope you had a good happy new year. 8+ hours of wrestling every week. It's gonna be that just on WWE alone, my guy.
That's WWE alone. 2 hours of Dynamite. We got live TNA, which, folks, in January and February, we're going to start covering some live TNA. We will put it out to everyone that's listening. If you want us to continue to cover TNA, show up, show out, let us know, because we will cover more. as they start doing live shows as well. So, man, more content than you shake a stick at. Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania season, Royal Rumble, New Year's Revolution, New Year's Evil Revolution itself from AEW. So much Genesis, the Joe Hendry era could be upon us. So many things going on.
Right. Oh, and see, this goes to a little bit like what you were saying with OC of make me take you seriously, not just kind of a gimmick.
Yeah, you can't always be the gimmick. And like again, I think we've seen people in the past, they were one way until they weren't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even a guy like, we joke about but you look at silly gimmicks like The Godfather. But when the ding ding happened, he turned it on. When he was in a storyline, he turned it on at times. Again, there has to be, you got to be more than just the gimmick. You got to be the man behind the gimmick as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. But Hangman looking like he's about to try and hit the buckshot.
No, changed his mind. Excalibur can't even get his words out.
What?
Excalibur can't even get his words out.
Well, he's got the mask and everything like that. You said about how he should be if he was a horse, we turn him into a glue stick. I think the whole commentary team's up there sniffing glue sticks.
So it's scented markers, Nick. Scented markers.
Yeah, scented markers. Oh, it's funny. I'll put it this way as best I can. I got a strain of vitamins yesterday that is actually a permanent marker.
That's amazing.
That's why some of the brain cells be stuck together. Travis B and sub KJ and Nick. Apparently WWE is interested in signing Hayter from AAA.
Okay.
I saw people sharing this. I think it was more of them just wanting to show a thick lucha women's wrestler. Honestly, I haven't heard too much about her. I haven't watched much about her, but women's got a posterior on her.
Well, I'll put it this way: if you have talent and you're out there in a company of note, you will be recognized. There are many people within that system doing that and keeping their eyes on what's out there. That's why the ID program thing is we get a 2 count.
Absolutely. I was going to just bring up the ID program because they had the WWE ID current talent and everything like that at the NXT on Tuesday, New Year's Eve and everything like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting times, but yeah, I think some people reported on speculation, or she's doing really well. So that's, they must be doing, the WWE must want her.
Right. OC fired. Super kick that missed by Country Mile. You saw that in real time. If he wasn't anywhere near that, man.
Not even close, bro.
Hey, man, setting up. Oh, clearly, and I hate that. That was clunky as fuck. 1, 2 count. But you see Hangman try and hit the buckshot, and he clearly stops to let OC do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want it to be a little cleaner.
And you would think that, though, with two of these guys that regularly, especially recently, have been in the ring with each other, they would have some better timing or something.
Yeah, you hope for that, right? It's like, shit,
right?
Not asking for much. Superman punch. Another. Hangman takes 2 Superman punches and then rolls out and gets up perfectly fine. Stelly, that's 3 orange punches.
Fucking Kool-Aid Man out here.
And eats a buckshot. Clean. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. That ended. The last move, I guess, is the only thing I could say that ended well on. Up until then, it was
Adam Page keep going. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good.
Adam Page not done with OC.
Hangman's been the one out of all of this next to Moxley that's been the most heel. So this makes sense.
Buckshot. Oh, not a buckshot.
Dead eye after dead eye. Ooh, to be fair, I'd probably get right back up from taking a punch from that tiny dude.
Paige beating up Christopher Daniels. Daniels down.
Are we going to get Christopher Daniels to have one more match in 2025?
No, we don't need that.
We might get it, though. No one said we needed it.
I don't like Sorry.
Right.
Someone out there might disagree with me, but I'm very about it.
Anthony, what up, my guy? Shout out Anthony. What up?
What's going on, Anthony? Happy New Year.
That was a sad buckshot. The last one was at least decent, but the one where he stopped and clearly like had that moment, yeah. What up? What up?
We go to Jay White.
There we go.
It's kind of funny though. Jay White only gets like you do a pre-tape backstage. We'll give the other guys a match.
Well, no, he's in the triple threat tonight for the number one for the Battle Royal.
That's true. Fair enough.
I do, as he's bringing up Yuta in the main event, but I think that's still going to be a hell of a match. I mean, you're getting Jay White versus Swerve versus Roderick Strong.
Think so?
That is the match they announced.
Yeah, you think it's going to be a strong match, though?
Oh yeah. Oh, fair enough. My apologies. Yeah. I would hope so. Then again, we hope that a bit for OC and Hangman, and it's like a tale of two halves with that match.
Oh, for sure.
It was like till the commercial break, and then it just it got too clunk.
Just a little bit, my guy.
Right. GV, remind me again why the Death Riders aren't the one beating up Authority, and it's Hangman.
Yeah, it's valid point. I will give you that for sure. I mean, again, that to me has been the biggest issue with Moxley is I like what he's trying, but he hasn't had it. He doesn't disrupt shows. He doesn't, do whatever he wants whenever he wants. Like, it's crazy.
Absolutely. Orange's face is pink. Tropical Cassidy. Well, speaking of pink, we got the Acclaimed out here right now. And how are you feeling if we might get them splitting up? Because wasn't it it was Rampage, the last ever Rampage, to where Caster ended up accidentally hitting Bowens with the championship belt and everything. So tensions have been a little tight between these two.
Yeah, and again, a lot of talk about it. And again, I think we're getting solo action tonight for the second time. So it only adds to that rumor of like, are they on the way out? There was also talks that maybe they're not getting along so well in the back. So time will tell, my guy.
Who would you take out of this if you're going to push one of them? Is it Bowens or is it Caster?
If you just take on strictly what they do on TV and in the ring, overall, the better of the two for me is Caster. His upside's bigger. He's got more charisma. If he was produced properly and managed properly, he would have a real opportunity to be something that could, kind of really work. But if I had to pick between the two, I'm going Caster.
Fair enough. I know why you said that a bit, why you said it. But I still think even beyond that, Bowens, to me, long-term has more of a potential, is easier to run as a baby face. I feel a bit of, I would go with Bowens on that. Just, I think even at this point, I think in ring, he's actually better than Caster, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Bowens a lot too. And Bowens isn't bad. I think there's a lot of upside to Bowens, but the Hurt Syndicate is here and they will be working together tonight, taking on the Acclaimed, actually.
Yeah.
So, correction for my previous statement.
Fair enough. I think that might be. There we go. Absolutely. If I want to click the things.
Right. Hurt.
But so folks, let us know who you're taking for this match. We might have missed it for the OC Hangman match, but 100% let us know who you're taking for this match, whether you got the Hurt Syndicate, whether you got the Acclaimed, who you got. And I got to go Hurt Syndicate.
They have
again, they're to me going to be one of the biggest breakout things in AEW in 2025.
They have to be. You signed them. You made a big deal about signing them. You should have made a big deal about signing them. And they're here. Now you got to use them. Use them. Make it count. Make it matter.
I was surprised Bobby didn't have a match at World's End.
I'm shocked too. You again, a big signing, a big deal. And it gets really to the point of not feeling so special really quick.
Absolutely. Well, I think Shelton was really helped with that too, with the Continental Classic, because he got a much better reception and everything than I don't want to say I think badly of Shelton, but that he got and stayed. Like, people cheered for him, even though he's supposed to be the bad guy in every match he had. I think it's impressive to stay with Shelton. So I think that helped him keep his momentum a bit.
Well, and I almost recommend if you're getting that babyface pop for the Hurt Syndicate, lean into it. I mean, you just brought them in. I know you want them to be badasses, but unless you're willing to make a large statement and really establish them as heel, you got to roll with it. And if the crowd wants to cheer them, then book them as such.
Right. Oh, I apologize. We actually missed Scott's $5 super chat and everything. Mea culpa, my guy. Sometimes we talk a lot. But Joe Hendry will be on the Jericho Cruise, just an FYI. Fair enough. Well, he also made history being the only TNA superstar to win an NXT award when they were doing their awards and everything on Tuesday. Right? Yeah.
Absolutely crazy, Nick.
Shows you NXT is still in full effect.
Right.
Yes, thank you. We got it. I'm mea culpa.
You missed my stuff, man. We're coming.
Pause on that.
Yeah.
Frank Aubrey's always trying to steal the spotlight. I haven't noticed her that much. Thankfully,
I haven't noticed her that much.
Well, I mean, it's a horse in the ring, my guy. It's a fucking horse in the ring.
Right.
And there's the elephant in the room, and then there's the horse in the ring. Bowen's taking on Benjamin right now.
That he is. All right, folks, get those predictions in right now. 92% of the chat is taking the Hurt Syndicate. There you go.
Smart people. Blind tagging a caster. And again, we're selling the tension. We're selling the back and forth. Perfect picture on TV. Fair enough.
It's so clean. It is impressive how clean it looks from 1 week.
Yeah.
I know. Kudos to them for that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I wasn't sure you were watching it, sir, but yeah.
No, it looks gorgeous. Well, I'm watching it through our sports channel, but there's still
there's the whole discussion that's been going around, and we can even if we wanted to talk about good old Uncle Dave with the whole, the Sportsnet that got TNA and everything. I guess AEW tried to make a play to get them or to be on there and everything, and they're like, no, we're good, and so they had to stick with their TSN deal.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when TNA is making waves now in that regard, I was like, oh wow,
huge spear,
destroying Caster. Bowen's is fed up, Nick. Bowen's
you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Yeah, man. Bowen said enough is enough.
I don't know what Bobby was doing there, but that was provocative as shit.
Right. As Bobby taps out Caster and Bowen says, I don't give a shit.
You can have that. That is what I'm mad at. But yeah, right. I think at least, though, to make the Acclaim still feel relevant or anything at this point, split them up. They're not working anymore as a tag team.
I just don't.
It hasn't been good for a bit. Daddy ass ain't around. Pause. So yeah.
I don't know how much it's going to work with them separate either, though. That's my only fear.
Well, one will be on Ring of Honor, and the other can have a few matches on Collision, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, right. Swerve in the back, talking about his match.
Right. Bowen is the heel. No, Caster's definitely the heel.
Yeah, Casker's definitely the heel, folks. Sorry, but is that he works better as a heel for me?
Right. Any New Year's resolutions? Any New Year's resolutions you want to say out loud, my guy?
Don't die.
Stay alive.
Stay alive. Watch more wrestling.
I don't even know if that's possible at this point.
Right. Right.
Brandon Paul, KJ Nick, you saw Raw Netflix pop up after Joe Hendry win the NXT award.
Yeah. Ooh, what are you implying? I think they're just letting you know.
I mean, they know a lot of people are going to be watching Joe Hendry, so might as well slip it in when you can. Pause.
There it goes. Swerve said he's set on getting it.
There you go. Is there a steel cage in the arena? I haven't seen anything that called for that.
No, I don't think so.
JV's saying he saw one, but I haven't seen one.
Boom.
I do see 128, almost 130 people watching with us. Hell of a way to kick off 2025. So again, if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, hit that bell notification, ring the bell, do all the things 100%. Kicking off 2025 with a bang, my guy.
100%, my guy. And again, we are on a tear. We're looking forward to a busy year here. If you're new, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Share it wherever you can share it. We want to see this grow. We got goals, and one of our goals, we're going to hit 10K very soon. So be a part of it, and we appreciate all the love through 2024. Cannot wait for 2025 as we are currently on commercial break, if anybody was wondering, and we got more and more coming your way. Tomorrow is our bold predictions of 2025. Me, Nick, and Anthony are going to jump on and give you some of our 2 cents, our bold predictions, what we think could happen in the coming calendar year. Lots to figure out, lots to talk about there. And then, of course, we don't miss a beat. We are back on Friday for SmackDown. We are here all week long. Sunday, our Netflix preview. So don't miss out on that either. Again, tons coming your way. So tell everyone you know that's a fan of wrestling about the Wrasslin for Life Network.
100%. We'll be your Pied Pipers of pro wrestling when it comes to 2025 right now, my guys and gals. There is some gals. I do have to admit that. It's surprising that it's on the rise, but yeah.
13%. We're getting there.
Let's go.
But we are on commercial break as Dynamite rolling along. Again, you guys let us know what your resolutions are, your hopes for 2024. Curious to see what you're excited about, 2025. Let me know what you're excited about. What are you looking forward to? And, what's going to happen?
Right. The backstage interview guy looks like he should be either working in accounting or a bank. Shout out there. Yeah. Absolutely. Emo, my New Year's resolution is to find a girlfriend in 2025. Well, there you go.
There you go, buddy. This might not be, you might find someone here.
There. If we have to show up at a Wrasslin for Life wedding, that'll be very interesting, and I will love every second of it.
You're certified to do so, sir.
I'm an ordained minister in 2 different religions. So if you want to be married by the Universal Life Church or Dudism, like the Big Lebowski, I got you covered. I can marry you legally.
I can marry you.
That's a weird thing to say out loud. As opposed to illegal marriages.
Right? Yeah, try not to do those, folks.
Those only happen in Alabama, and we just lost all of our Alabama viewership.
Lights out.
Julia Hart versus Jamie Hayter.
I'm not quite sure how we got here. We knew Julia Hart just came back from injury. For some reason, she had an issue with Jamie, and here we are. Great entrance, by the way.
fantastic. And I saw a thing going around earlier today to where it was even Julia Hart's idea for her to join the House of Black and everything. Like,
Yeah.
she's really such an underrated talent that AEW has, and it's unfortunate that her being on the shelf stopped her momentum a bit, though.
I don't know if I agree with
What?
that. I don't think she's overrated at all. Underrated at all. I think she's overrated. I think the complete opposite. I don't think she's underrated.
Fair, I guess. Do you think she's in like the sky blue category?
Yeah, like she all right. Like, I mean, she's not bad. I like her. Great entrance. She's not exactly a 5-star general in the ring. She all right. I mean, she's not like, again.
I think though, but I think the package helps a lot with that though, because that's the thing is there's not a lot of women on this roster that have still that kind of gravitas with their presentation, with their entrance and everything. That you'd say probably the next person that has the closest to it is either like a Britt Baker or a Mercedes Moné, maybe a Toni Storm, Mariah May at best. That's all. You're naming top women's title holders.
Yeah, I mean, again, but I think if she was in a different avenue, a different place, she wouldn't even get the TV time she gets here. She's good.
I think if you throw her into NXT, I think she's right there.
Nah, overrated. She'd be in the bottom of NXT. I can think of at least 10 women higher than her on the talent chart. She's cute. I'll give her that.
Fighting JC Jane or with her.
Yeah, but JC Jane's much better.
I feel bad that we haven't said a lick about Jamie Hayter throughout this whole thing. And she before she was sidelined for, I guess, various injuries, how many injuries, whatever, but that she was like the gal in the AEW women's division. She was the next one. Everyone was waiting for her versus Britt and everything. And the coronation of Jamie Hayter, and now she's out here like looking like not Velma, what's the Daphne from Scooby-Doo,
right? Well, again, I think I don't understand the mindset with Jamie Hayter because we knew that she dropped the belt because she got hurt. Your assumption would be that she'd come back and be in the mix for the belt that she kind of deserves, and it's just been an afterthought. It's been forgotten. And I like Jamie Hayter a lot. I think she's a very talented woman. I just don't get the mindset.
She got thunder roasted. That's what I feel like it is at this point. She kind of got thunder roasted. She got not exactly Chris Statlander, because that's still I think too of how she dropped the TBS title to come all the way back to it. But yeah, she definitely got thunder roasted. Was set up to be world champion or go back after the title and everything, and then just done.
Right. 100%, man. I just don't get why. Like, if you have strong, talented women, push them, use them, show us. And I think at times they miss that boat. I really do. It's one of my big points of contention with this company is just you have these, and I'm not saying, like, again, I don't want to bag on Julia Hart because I do like her. I just think that there's a lot of fanfare for that and a lot of opportunity in TV time that maybe if she looked different, where's Abaddon when we need her? Like, it's not the same.
Yeah, well, Abaddon's like getting, Christmas tree cakes and everything like that. They only show up one time a year and everything. But folks, again, let us know who you're taking for this match, whether you're taking Jamie Hayter or Julia Hart. Who you got in this one, actually, my guys? We go to commercial break.
I'm gonna go Hart just because that's what I think the booker likes.
Oh, that did sensible thinking. She did just come back and everything. Yeah, I'll go Hayter just to be difficult, but I can see still 100% why you'd probably be right with Hart because she just came back. It's her comeback tour, all that.
I mean, again, like a little bit, like I don't get the like. I want to see a little more. Like even with Sky Blue comes back, and I know that the thirsty fellas and folks, not just fellas, folks out there get all gaga for certain people. But again, I want to see them, show that they can do it. Be a good promo, be a good wrestler, and then we'll talk about it. Oh, but she's pretty, man. She's pretty, bro.
Well, Willie Simpkins, when your mom says we got Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss at home.
Facts. Well, we are in picture. Julia Hart is in control. That's hilarious. Happy New Year, Mike.
Oh, you got picture in picture. You can let the people know. I got just straight commercial, my guy.
Well, I'll let people know while you're on straight commercial. Breaking news now available at the the Wrestling for Life store. The link is down below. Check it out. But you can get your Jarrett Hogan t-shirts, just like the one I'm wearing, multiple colors, long sleeves, hoodies. Go check it out now. Go get yours. Support the channel. Be a part of all the fun. And again, hashtag Jarrett Hogan, folks. Use it as much as possible. Maybe we can make this man go away in 2025.
That should be the bold prediction for, well, you said it's a prayer and not a prediction for 2025 of Jericho retires. We'll just do it like we should do it like the campaign slogan. Yeah, Jericho and who'd be his shit running mate that both retire in 2025.
Right. I have fun.
Jarrett Hogan retired 2025. But yeah, no, 100%, folks. I think you've literally seen the first ever instance of from the start of a stream to part of the stream to where merch has been made live on the streams. Absolutely 100%. Make sure you get your Jarrett Hogan, t-shirts out there. Make sure you let it be known on the Twitters, on the X, on all the social media platforms and everything. Jarrett Hogan needs to go. We don't want Jarrett Hogan in 2025.
I like it. Scott, buy one of those for the cruise.
Yeah, we turned into NXT.
Get a suit.
I'm trying.
Oh, I'm hyped tonight. Let's go. Jan 1. Julia's still in control.
There we go. The Buckeyes, I'm especially buying. Absolutely, 100%.
Let's go.
As I'm back from action as Jamie Hayter and Julia Hart right now, with again Ref Aubrey doing double duty back to back.
As 64% of the chat going hard on this one. And again, I just think Jamie deserves better. Like, Jamie's the type of talent I'm talking about when I talk about the top of your women's division. You have a Jamie Hayter. She's so good. Maybe could use a little brush up on the promos, but I don't think she's a bad promo either. But she's a great talent. She was a great champion. She just needs a good run, and that's the type. Thunder Rosa can go. You have this talent that just doesn't get used. So,
Oh, trust me, I'm right there with you. I was the one going into All In, not last year, but the year before and everything like that, fully sipping on all the haterade and everything. Was down in it with the Kool-Aid man, but it's now they brought her back on a pre-show, and she's been in just kind of sub mid-tier feuds and everything like that.
Yeah.
They've just nerfed her out the gate. That's why, like I said, she got a bit Thunder Rosa ended up on the sideline for a bit, and then when they come back, they're nowhere near where they were when they left. Like, right. Not even close.
100%. Julia going up to the top. Now she's having a good match here tonight. So this is where I say, like, I'm more than willing. Like, she's got the look, she got the vibe, she got the entrance. If she can pull it off in the ring, great. Now we're cooking with oil.
Right. I think she'd work perfect in an NXT. We're going that way, but I still like her as like mid-card division AEW. Maybe she could get, if she gets back her momentum that she had before she got hurt, maybe towards the world title. But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe. We do get the Double J retirement announcement tonight. A lot of people wondering what this announcement will be. Is it in fact a retirement? Imagine announcing on January 1st, 5 nights before the Cena retirement tour. Jeff Jarrett's doing a retirement tour across America in 2025. Oof.
I think we literally might get that. I'm being 100% honest. I dead ass think we might get that because I saw people. Oh, you said it all in Texas. Very good point. I didn't even think about that. I was just going with. I saw people out there. Clothesline 1, 2 count. But I saw people online literally sad, realizing that the start of 2025 means we're getting the end of John Cena.
I mean, again, some people are going to be very sad about it.
It's going to be emotional.
Right? There's going to be moments.
I like the ones there's a missing Danhausen sign in the crowd. It's the only sign being held up.
Right? Dream matches, Jamie Hayter versus Rhea or Stat versus Rhea. I'd take either. I think Stat might be a little more fun just from a physical standpoint, but Hayter can go.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? The only area where AEW actually has been consistent W is the cameramen. Well, I don't know about that, Randolph. We've had some technical difficulties. Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you keep it calm.
Hayter grabbing her chest. She's hurting. The ribs. The announcer side. Have I mentioned how bad this commentary is? Julia's got
an arrow. The woman has a weapon. The woman has an arrow.
Oh, Aubrey got it away.
Fucking Robin Hood out here. Missed in the face.
She just hawked Tui in the face.
And spat on that thing.
Was it colorless mist? I don't see it. What happened?
Yeah, did she like it didn't even like splatter against the mat? Like, did they just sell it like she had missed and she fucked it up?
Mouth or anything?
No, there's none on the mat. There's none on Jamie's face.
Jamie freaking the fuck out though. Bad miss spot. Ending sucked. It was slow too. And why
that miss spot was like Kane's scars after he took the mask off and everything like that, visible to no one.
I mean, don't
you didn't miss the miss spot because you would still see that. We've seen that before. You'll still see it land on the mat or whatever and everything. There was just no miss. She missed the capsule or whatever. Yeah. That was, fuck. That's a, after we were praising both these women.
Replay, nothing. Not one replay of the match at all.
This was AW Max, AW mother of all streaming, might be off to not the best start.
We're getting a United Empire package.
Well, the Osprey. Are we going to go Fletcher Davis instead of Osprey Fletcher still?
Well, Osprey and Fletcher should be done. What do
you do with Osprey then?
He should be your world champion.
That's a whole other discussion. Yes,
like you are missing the boat with Osprey fucking around in the mid card.
Very valid. Very valid. I will give you that.
But it looks like they're running back Fletcher Osprey again.
Hey, you were mad that it was part of the semifinals and everything. So you want a semifinal tournament match to be the payoff?
No, but why would you follow that up? You're done. Like, to me, you killed it. Like, it should have been the finals because it meant more, but they wanted Okada to keep the belt. I hate the fact that the Dynamite Diamond Ring won by the same guy for 5 years. You do the Continental Classic, won by the same guy back to back. You know how hard it is to repeat in sports? And Okada walks in. We don't know if he's champion, not champion, what? Wins it anyway. It felt like a wasted tournament by the end of it.
Trust me, you're a Maple Leafs fan. I'm a Bills fan. We're out here struggling. Do you know how hard it is to win one, let alone repeat?
Yeah.
Can we just win one?
One. We just want one. Then the crowd goes silent. Bad booking chair by TK for Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter's, again, they brought your former, imagine Charlotte Flair makes her return at Royal Rumble on the pre-show.
Versus Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, like, that's like Jamie Hayter's the former champion and never even talks about it. Like, it blows my mind. And this isn't hate for those out there that you hate AEW. No, I love that. I'm champion. I'm advocating for the talent because I like them. Use them. Use the right ones.
This man wants you to use the right people so much. He's got the Jarrett Hogan shirt even on already before it's even open to the public and everything, just to let you know. Get rid of the old fucks. Bring on the new talent.
Yeah, let's make it new, exciting. I'm tired of watching you book the same people. And I'm like, I mean, if I had 2 requests off the top of my head for AEW in 2025, maybe 3, but 1, new commentary. The commentary is atrocious. The commentaries were medial at best. They're not good. They're not good. At least make the one stinky looking fucker take the mask off. Two, just make Dynamite consistent. Doesn't have to blow our socks off every week. Just make it consistent. And three is book the right people. Less than this guy.
Well, I was going to say, cut to the first 15 minutes we were here talking and everything like that before Dynamite kicked off, and we're like, they had World's End. They're going into 2025 on a high note. I can't wait until they can go balls to the wall with this. They, have a huge show because it's their debut streaming and everything like that. Granted, the presentation so far on Max, for the most part, still been really good.
Yeah.
But what we've gotten in ring and what we've gotten on the screen hasn't lived up to how we've had it presented to us.
I mean, and again, I'm not mad at it totally. Like I'm good with kind of. I thought Paige OC was an okay match. Little underwhelming for who they are in this company, but again, it is what it is. As we go back to another package from World's End, a separate Osprey package. You just did this hype package for Osprey wants to kill Fletcher.
No, it's no kind of hype package.
No, but then you run back 2 seconds later, a new package for Okada with Osprey getting annihilated.
I'm kicking my own ass.
Kenny Omega's back.
Are you excited for Omega Okada 72?
No. I'm not totally like, I don't want to see it. I'm not watching that shit, bro. But I don't think Kenny or Okada are who they used to be. Okada, I think Okada had his best match at World's End of his AEW career. I thought the finals was his best match to date as a member of the AEW roster. So if he can be that Okada, but if you're holding that match off till July,
is that what they're kind of teasing? Because are they announcing that right now that All In Texas in July will be Okada versus Omega?
Yeah, I will say
that's what it looks like they're doing.
Yeah, but that's 7 months from now, bro.
I would have thought you would have done it at Revolution, even.
Yeah.
Like I do. I am still excited for it. I agree with you. Okada Osprey was the best Okada match that we've had of him in AEW. I will again, early spoiler alert for tomorrow's stream. I will say I'm going to predict that Kenny Omega will have the best match of 2025. I will even name the opponent, but we'll see. Is it Okada? But I don't know. And it's crazy they're going to wait all the way till Texas with this.
Yeah, I don't imagine. I mean, that's crazy to me. But here comes CE No.
Oh.
On that note, I am no.
I was going to say, this is where you're going to go, isn't it?
I'll be back.
There we go. As KJ is taking a pause for the cause, as of course he leaves me with Mercedes Moné coming out, the retaining TBS champion. But are they gonna do a max title? Because there's a podium in the ring with something covered up. Are they gonna switch it from the TBS title to the max title? Are they gonna do something like that? That's what I'm interested in. Like, what else are we out here doing? Are we gonna? Oh no, it's just her New Japan title. Mea culpa. I thought we were gonna do a max title. I would have laughed my fucking ass off. It's her championship celebration so this Sunday in the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Dynasty, Moné is defending the New Japan Strong Women's Championship against Mina Shirakawa. So we're taking time out of our big kickoff show for 2025, our first stream of the night and everything, or the year and everything, and our first stream on Max to hype up a New Japan match. Not anything that even Max would get access to, anything at all. A celebration moment. Nick, who challenges Mercedes next? I don't know, Kyle, at this point. I mean, who's left for there to be? I mean, I would love to see someone like Athena up actually on the main roster and everything. Main roster. But she's still Ring of Honor champion. We've already done Stat. Do we do Willow? But I feel like she's got stuff with, the Death Riders with, all of that. It's so much of it feels like it's just a championship just for her. Like they've done nothing to build anyone that seems credible around here. Now, would it be interesting if Camille shows up? Very much, she's still, as far as I know, under contract with them. It's very much been rumored and speculated that she might be done. She wasn't exactly happy with how she was presented, I guess, in AEW. But could we get Camille out here? But I'm getting a whole video package of Monet. I'm getting more Monet than I could ever dream of, or I could ever wish for. World Title Insider, she beat Stephanie Vancourt. Yes, she did. CE, no, Charles. Yes, absolutely. That's why, KJ got the luck of the draw and is on the pause for the cause. Is I'm out here. Monet versus Hazuki. So they bring up how that was Sports Illustrated's #1 best match of women's match of 2024, an undefeated 15-0 streak through 2024. Oh my lordy. And the thing though, like, you can still like Sasha and everything like that. You can still, okay, great. These are actual legit accomplishments and everything like that. Might be a bit of haterade and everything like that. But the only 2 matches anyone realistically remembers or even wants to ever go back and watch again of Mercedes in 2024 is her 2 matches with Statlander. Tell me when I'm telling lies. That's the whole reason we even said it during the whole pre-show and everything, and during the World's End stream, of the whole reason they had that match is because it actually got a positive reception, and we run it back. Lisa, yes, she is the Veruca Salt of pro wrestling. Absolutely, goddamn, just an insufferable. See you in 2025. Yeah. So she's out here just celebrating by herself as we hear the CEO chants, but we don't see anyone chanting anything. 4 Cal, love how much she gets under people's skin. And I mean, fair enough. If you want to judge it on that, of she does get a visceral reaction, love it or hate it. If you want to go that way with it, of all press is good press, maybe that makes it work. But yeah, so we are getting, I do like this, of AEW's doing a whole video package because they are still in the Carolinas and everything like that. And they're doing, they're shouting out all the charities and everything and everyone that helped out with Hurricane Helene. 100%. That's truly something I'm proud. I like that they do that. But it's interesting too that I saw this going around earlier today, to where I guess Copeland's actually been cleared for like 3 months. But he was dealing with all the after effects of Helene and everything. So just so happened to time out perfectly that he shows up at World's End right before they go to Max. Then again, there were some people that I saw saying that Max was upset that they didn't get that return then. They got it, on World's End, on, leading into it. They didn't get that surprise. Yes. As there's a man leaf blowing the ring right now who looks like fucking Brian Kendrick. Yeah, as we've got Dax delivering a check from AEW Together. The crowd's face is motionless. Yeah, the crowd goes quiet. What a waste of a segment. Yeah, literally, there was nothing. Nobody ran out. Nobody did anything. It was just there. That's a thing that happened. But I do like this, and I did like this, and then now we've got, Marvez, and we've got Roderick Strong back there with the Undisputed Kingdom, and I still, at this point, hate that the Undisputed Kingdom's still a thing. Just actually, I don't even mind if they're still a thing. Just don't let them feud with MJF. They just have a restraining order between Cole and MJF. They can't be within 100 feet of a wrestling ring around each other. But Roddy hyping up how he's in the triple threat later tonight. Is it interesting though that it's Roddy that's the one that gets a shot theoretically gets a shot towards as I guess we're getting that match right now. But yeah, it's interesting to me that it's Roddy of all people that he's the one that gets that. I guess he's there to take the pinfall, but it's not Cole, it's not Kyle O'Reilly or anything like that to be in this triple threat. But so we got Roderick Strong coming out right now, folks. So let me know who you're taking, whether you're taking Roddy, whether you're taking Swerve, or whether you're taking Jay White to be the number one entrant, challenger, what have you, and the number one contender in the Continent Battle or the Casino Battle Royal. Yeah, what are they winning, like the number one entrant into the Battle Royal, or are they like, do they get an advantage? Might be the vitamins again, might be because it's the start of the new year and everything. I'm slightly unsure as to what advantage exactly the person who wins this gets. But I got Jay White out here. What happened to the other jabronis in the Undisputed Kingdom? They're still stuck on Ring of Honor. We're just now we've got Undisputed, but we can't call them Era because NXT. So wait, Kyle O'Reilly just left the conglomeration? What a bit! Yes, 100%. It's they had the whole thing of like, even what took you so long to join the side and everything like that. I don't. The Great Beyond, there we go, is letting me know. So for the number one spot in the Casino Gauntlet. So again, is that your first in or is that your last in? But I've got Swerve coming out. But yeah, the conglomeration is an abomination. It's just ridiculous. The best woman in the division, aside Tony, are being done dirty. Stat, Hayter, Thunder just continues to lose. Why? If I knew, I wish I could fix it, honestly. We've petitioned for Tony to, at least hear us out. We'll work for free. We'll do the Bubba, Dudley deal and everything like that. We'll work for free. Just, I want to hear the fucking creative process with this type of shit of why does it need to be this way? Make it make sense. You ain't got the answers, TK. Jay White needs this win. AEW always has convoluted rules, Nick. Yeah. And you can do it. Just announce it. Like, Deadline still works as the pay-per-view with NXT and everything like that. They're convoluted rules a bit and everything, but they make sure you understand them before we get there. This, I'm still halfway unsure as to how a Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal wins. I know it's the whole deck of hands and everything like that, but yeah, it's always interesting to see like 4 people come out at a time in a battle royal. Bringing the Switchblade, Swerve Strickland for the win. WWE can't sign everybody. No one was saying that they need to. And 100%, I do. It's still always the whole discussion of it's the more wrestling and the more competition and the more people speaking of it that's out there, the better it is. But yes.
77% of the chat saying that Mercedes has not been good for AEW. I think that match was terrible, or that promo segment was terrible.
Yeah,
it was a waste of time. But we are off and running on a triple threat, and I believe it's just for a spot in the Gauntlet match.
That's even worse, because like, why the fuck do these 3 guys need to qualify to get in?
Right? Jay White was just in a world title match on the weekend.
Strickland's a former world champion.
And again, be careful with Roddy because they're, again, they just reunited the Undisputed Kingdom and they're supposed to be getting a push. So Roddy coming in here and taking an L doesn't help him or the faction that's trying to grow.
Right. Well, even then, would you? Oh, Swerve was just a no-look moonsault up over the rope. God damn! And just when you say Swerve was going in and quiet mode with 2024, allow me to reintroduce myself in 2025.
He's one of the most over talent in your roster, and I think it's another example of like, yeah, we're doing this Moxley thing, but you got Osprey, you got Strickland, you got Page, you got guys that are doing really good things that are really over that the fans want to cheer for. The fans come alive when these people show up, and you're not using them.
Right. Well, I like this point out of the logic loophole. Roddy's wife is going to backdoor him for Moxley.
Right.
Marina Shafir is going to take Roddy from the rear. Pause.
Right. Yeah, I can. Hang on. Moving on. Roddy.
Hang on, Pony Boy. Hang on.
Jay White up. There you go. Chop to Roddy. Chop to Swerve.
Everybody get a chop. It's been over an hour before we've got the obligatory chop spot.
Listen, a small critique, just my 2 cents on this show. Mm-hmm. I don't like that you went into a series of pre-tape package, commercial, pre-tape package, a useless segment, another pre-tape package. Then, it's a good 20 minutes where it really does take the energy out of the show. And it's something that Tony's been doing more and more lately, is these long stretches of a lot of backstage stuff. To me, it's hindering the flow of the show.
I liked, the Hurt Syndicate versus the Acclaimed and everything. The action was good. That was there. Then we even had Jamie Hayter and Julia Hart. The match was all right. It ended on a clunk note, but it's just died a death again. It's just there's so much in between the shit.
Yo, that looked ugly. Jay White gets thrown over the top rope to Swerve by Roddy, and Swerve looked like he took a foot in the face.
Yeah.
But we go to pitcher in pitcher. Roddy on the outside throwing chops, and Swerve. 52% of the chat taking Swerve, 36 taking White, and 12 taking poor old Roddy.
I will ask this question just completely arbitrarily would you rather see in 2025 Hangman versus Copeland or Swerve versus Copeland?
Hangman, I think.
Really?
Yeah, just because he's on such a, again, you want to help get a young guy like Page over with this heel side of himself. If he's beating up a guy like Adam Page in front of Adam Copeland in front of the fans, I think it really helps him. It really gets him over, and it becomes somebody that the fans really, really want to boo. Swerve, I love. Don't get me wrong, but in that dynamic, I'd be really intrigued what Page could do with Copeland.
If it was still heel Swerve and everything like before, I think that would have been really fucking good. I think that would have been Randy Edge level.
Yeah, I do. And I just think that you kind of have a few guys, even in this match right now, like Swerve, Jay White, they're all kind of around the main event picture, but they, I just feel like they could do more. They could be more relevant. And I think a guy like Swerve, the fans are losing their mind. He got one of the biggest pops on the pay-per-view at World's End. And I mean, just ride that. Use him as much as possible. Make him, I keep saying it, and I don't mean this derogatory, make him the Jay White of AEW, where the fans lose it when he comes out.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I'm about to take a pause for the causes. We'll be right back after this ad break from Max.
Hilarious. So I got pitcher in pitcher, folks. Roddy in control right now of Hangman and Swerve in the corner. Nana trying to root him on to get back to his feet. Swerve for the win. Overwhelming favorite, I would say. Hangman versus Darby Allin for the world title in 2025. Well, let me ask this. Is Darby going to climb Mount Everest? Is that happening in 2025? Swerve Strickland for the win? I think so. Backstage sags and too many commercial breaks. WWE did the same thing for the 2-hour Raw on USA KJ. We literally went over this a month ago. I'm not saying WWE doesn't do it as well, and when they do it, I'm pretty vocal about it. I just think that this is something where there's too many. And again, if the WWE does it on a Raw, WWE is about to go to 3-hour shows, my man, and on both shows. And if they do the same thing, I'm and it's not entertaining, I'll be the first one to point it out. To me, when you overstack it like that, it just gets a little flat. It just gets a little like, all right, get back to business. Could it be the winner of this match gets the Joker spot? I don't know. They haven't really clarified. All it says is gets a spot, like, so they're in the gauntlet match. Does that mean the other two that don't win aren't in the match? Are they all three in the match? Because you don't want to be number one in a gauntlet. Yeah, exactly, Richard. Yes. Well, again, we'll do it for free. Again, just ideas. Does Christian Cage cash in on Adam Copeland? I think so, Damien. I think Tony being Tony, there is a very good chance of this happening. Again, I'm just guessing, but I really think that, if Copeland was to beat Moxley, get a big pop, and the history between Cage, because Cage isn't cashing in on Moxley. It doesn't make any sense. Cage's been walking around as one of the major heels in this company. If he cashes in on heel Moxley, it doesn't make sense. Should Ospreay get a world title shot? Eventually, yeah. I mean, Jay White misses. Roddy, nice suplex. Rolls him into another. No. But if I was the booker, Ospreay would be the face of my company right now. He'd be on every poster. He'd be on every fucking call out for my shows. He would have the title on his shoulder. He's charismatic. He's energetic. He has banger after banger after banger. I would build my company around around Ospreay. Swerve right there too. I just talked about how the fans react to Swerve. Again, I think the mistake a little bit Tony makes is we got a little bit of a sloppy stomp. Is that it's not the right people. Like, I don't know that a lot of people are excited about what Moxley's doing. Now, Edge and a rated FTR helps for sure. But I don't know. Swerve misses. Jay White, no, blocked. Into Roddy. Roddy out the ring. Roll up, roll through. Into a flatliner. Rolling flatliner. The winner gets number one. Why would you want to be number one? Oh, that's why. Okay. So I hate this. I fucking hate this. They've done it before. They do it again as this match continues. So what it is, folks, it's the gauntlet. It's the casino gauntlet match. You can win at any time. At any time you could win. You get a pin or a submission, you win the gauntlet. We saw it with Ospreay where they were doing a 20-man battle royal gauntlet match, and there was only like 12 guys that came out. That's why you want to be number one. Is you can try and get the win early. That's what it is. Whew. Ricochet! Swerve! This is good! He used scissors! That's someone else's gimmick. This is good, though. Ricochet, pop, and Swerve. This is what you do with it. Baron Corbin, LOL. Will Jay White get a haircut? I'm not sure why he would, but welcome, Mr. O'Brien. Slot. Pardon me. Would you call me Lisa? It's the Rumble where the first fall. Yeah, thank you, JB. You made the light bulb go off, and that's exactly what it is. And Jay White gets the W. Roddy eats the pin, even though he just reunited with a faction that should get a push. Jay White, shockingly, will be the first entrant into the Gauntlet Battle Royal. Again, it's a weird concept. I don't like it. I think if I'm scheduled to be in a match and I'm in the locker room that match ending before I even get a chance to get in the ring. A little abrupt. I'm happy though for Jay White. I really am. And I really like Swerve and Ricochet. Swerve is gushing blood. Ricochet up on the guardrail, taking his jacket off. This is smart. This is good booking. Don't mess it up. The scissors, again, someone else's gimmick, but Ricochet leaning into the heel. Swerve already getting a huge babyface pop. As Nana coming over to the aid. I can't believe Ricochet's a heel now. It's smart. It's good, Brandon. Again, for anyone out there that says I'm mean to AEW, there you go. There you go. Ricochet tells Nana to go away, walking down Swerve Strickland, who's gushing, and digs the scissors into his forehead. I got you, Lisa. Got you. Calling me names here. But why not number 2 then? Because you're pinning yourself. And 1 and 2 is the same. Ricochet should have cut Swerve's hair to embarrass him. The tough shout. Chant. The crowd chant, "You sick fuck." I think. Nana grabs a chair as Ricochet throws Nana into the stairs and drops the chair on his back. This is the best Ricochet stuff I've seen in a long time, including WWE stuff. I actually like this. Scissors! This is good. Ricochet is bald. Yes, he is. Was he not bald before? I thought he was always bald. I love Ricochet heel. I like this. Sits down on the chair in the ring. Headbutt to the cut. Headbutt again. This is good. Rico, stop. This isn't Ricochet. This is Trevor. Now Ricochet sits Swerve on the chair, and the crowd is legitimately booing. And the big clothesline off the chair. Ricochet covered in blood. Swerve covered in blood. Good moment. I hope this isn't a write-off. No, I don't think it's a write-off, Richard. I hope not as well. I would do more of this. This works. And the Undisputed Kingdom showed up a little late. I really don't like when people show up 18 minutes into a meeting, but it's so good. Little things, little details you just got to clean up. Scissors or someone else's gimmick. Maybe use something else. I don't really care for people being stabbed with shit. But again, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are here. But what took you so long? Are you finishing your ribs? What was happening? Damn, Ricochet. Why is Undisputed Kingdom helping Swerve? Babyface. Solidify them as babyface. Babyfaces are nice to babyfaces. And Roddy was in the ring still. That's the other part of it. So Swerve didn't have any friends. They sent out. Just again, I wish in the moment where Ricochet's doing that stuff, that he has the chair in the ring, and then some of the refs come running up or security, and he plays King of the Mountain a little bit, then hits his move. Create a little more anxiety for me. But Swerve is just gushing, selling it, looks good. Hell of a segment by Ricochet. A reason for Swerve to lose tonight or not win. And Jay White picking up the win is good for Jay White. Ricochet versus Adam Cole, I doubt it. Oh, maybe now. Yeah, maybe. But again, I think we still lead to it. It's better than Skewers, 100%. I like this a lot. I know, you're bloodthirsty, Damien. You're such a nice guy. You really like blood. There's always blood. Do something different. He should be trying to embarrass Swerve like he did him. Yeah, I mean, again, valid point. And I'm of, you know what I mean? I'm of kind of two minds. I don't shy away from death matches or hardcore wrestling, but in the angles, there is other things you can do. And you're right, Willie. The idea that, you show up and you hit someone with a screwdriver, you stab them with a scissors. Like, it's a very modern addition to wrestling. Like, chair shots are one thing, or you just lay a beat down on them, put them through a table. The sharp objects is new. Yes, and do what MDB said, like the stream. So I get it, but at the end of the day, I thought really good segment, really good choice. I mean, again, we talk a lot about the booking decisions here on this channel, and for my money, that was solid booking. The fans started booing and turning on Ricochet, sick of them. Fans online were getting irritated with them. A really good lean into something. Instead of shying away from it, acting like it's not happening, leaning into it strong. I already said Swerve gets one of the biggest pops in the company. So for my money, excellent. And it really worked. The crowd was booing a lot. Again, small little details make the situation a little more exciting, but my God, it was overall good. Why didn't White help? He won a dip. That's it. Jay White did his job. I'm out. I hate to see brother on brother crime. Speaking of brother on brother.
Right. Pause on that. Yeah. No, that's not what you tuned in for, folks. But yeah, no, that was the best thing they've done tonight. That 100% was the best thing they've done tonight. You really solidify Ricochet as this Ricochet piece of heel and everything like that. And I swear, I'm starting to think Swerve Strickland, Shane Strickland has a kink with getting stabbed with shit. Because we've seen skewers, we've seen syringes, now scissors. Yeah. Is that the first instance of paper TP beats scissors?
Paper beats rock this time, bitch.
Right. Where's the Rock with this? They're leading. It's all leading to the Rock showing up on Netflix. You had paper and scissors tonight.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. But you're right. I mean, lean into this. Do what you're doing. I was pumped, man. Again, it's funny because scissors are someone else's gimmick. So now if you're making scissors Ricochet's gimmick, did you not just hijack from someone else? Like, it's a weird
they're going to break up anyways. They're going to break up. The scissoring is about to be over. Arts and crafts class is canceled now.
Do you feel they use the stabbing, the screwdrivers, that kind of shit a little too much?
Tony takes a lot more. I will say this. Tony takes more of style of wrestling, I'll say, from the independent scene than WWE does. He takes stuff from Deathmatch. He takes stuff from New Japan and everything. He's much more of, if independent scene collectively had a television deal versus like WWE, still its own style.
Sure, one second.
No, you got Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, tonight's a big night. Jay Lethal, Sanjay, and the Giant are here with Jeff Jarrett.
He comes up there. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, right?
I got an AEW tattoo.
He's not wearing a pastel jacket or pastel suit. We're okay. Whatever he does is legit.
Well, no, he could be like MJF and come out there with the tattoo on the calf.
Oh, cool. Miss Jarrett.
Jarrett, yeah. That's how you judge a wrestling fan of how old they are. It's like seeing how many rings you have. If you call her Miss Angle or Miss Jarrett.
Well, it's funny. And again, she's been on TV so much over the years. They give her 30 seconds to talk here, and it's like, have you ever done this before?
Yeah.
Sorry, Karen. You suck.
No, it fits with the name. Just everyone wants to hear you just shut the fuck up.
Damn right we are, Byron. For life.
Yeah, for life.
Let's go. Oh,
his boots.
You know what?
Leave him in the ring.
Oh, Mariah May. Jeff Jarrett has finally decided he's going to put the Leatherface title on the line.
Who would think though? Jeff Jarrett. We'd rather see Jeff Jarrett not retire than we would Chris Jericho.
Right? Yeah, no. Keep Jarrett. Jarrett Hogan has to go.
Right. Jarrett. Hey, we want Jarrett Hogan has to go.
As we got Mariah May backstage.
They don't remember who they are. I still think she's just a theater actress. That explains at least why she managed to show up against Mariah May. It's all been her playing dummy. I'm not saying it's good, but I think that's the most logical way you can get out of it.
right? Ricochet needs a new finisher. I don't like that he's adapted doing like the sliding clothesline. It's very hidden blade-ish. There's too many people doing knee lifts and clothesline finishers for my money right now. And there's so many people doing like the Claymore style finisher. There's too many.
Do you think this was his way into the Hurt Syndicate and everything, blood in, blood out, of I took out Swerve, who had been feuding with you guys and everything?
I don't think so, to be honest, because of how it all played out. Like the whole ripping up the card, like the Hurt Business was the reason. Maybe
he's a little homie. He's a little. Sometimes you need to run them pockets, my guy.
Here comes Jarrett. The guitar is in the ring. Maybe that's the big announcement. He's not retiring, bro. He's playing it. The boots on.
He's got the boots and he's got the guitar. Now, if he would have came out with the silver, the slits and everything.
MBB, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of high impact finishers, choke slams, power bombs, something visually just like bang, wow. There's exceptions. Super kick, like when Michaels had the super kick and he was the only guy using it like that. I mean, let's fucking go. But yeah, I'm in for big impact finishers. But I don't want to talk over Jeff Jarrett. This is historic.
We got the JARRET.
Double T.
Jeff Jarrett. Ain't he great? Jarrett's announcement is that he has a new country song, not sung by him, and has broken the top 5,000 country songs.
Double J chance.
And it's still crazy to me. And I love that's why the Jarrett Hogan everything is all so, it's all synchronicity, my guy. Because I remember when Jeff Jarrett was announced to just be a backstage person on it, they started having him wrestle. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? He's now become some of the best shit on their television.
Well, he's an old pro, right? And I mean, I think that's what we're somewhat starved for at times with this company. And we're like, I mean, again, and maybe it's not the best look that Jeff Jarrett is, a sought after. We hope to see Jeff Jarrett because we want to get away from the constant just chaos.
Yeah.
That more dialed in approach. Then again, he did the Leatherface mask, which was one of the worst things in history.
Fair enough.
Fuck my life.
I swear, if this is a fake out, well, like you said, no salmon jacket, no salmon suit.
He's talking about his mom, his dad, where they started, their impact.
What do you think if it's one of those that he goes, and I've seen this discussed and thrown out there,
right?
He becomes the head booker, he's head of creative and everything like that for AEW, and they make it an announcement thing that he's done in ring, but now he's the Papa Paul, it's Papa Jarrett.
I think if you had a guy like Jarrett, and maybe not even in that regard, but even if it was just like an Adam Pearce type to bring some legitimacy to the perception of who's running the company. I don't even mind that. But yeah, I mean, we all know, dude, and we can talk about it. We can make a bold prediction about it. But Tony's never going to let go of this. And he believes he's doing wonderful. And truthfully, as long as he's happy with what he's doing, like he's entertained while he's watching, he doesn't give a shit about anybody else. So, yeah, it would be wonderful, but it's never going to be a thing.
It's crazy to me, though, because I feel, and I'll say this and not still try and talk over Jeff, but Tony seems to me like he's the guy that cares the most about what people say about him, but refuses to act on whatever people say about him.
He's talking about his promotion. There's the chance. There's the chance.
TNA.
He said produce some of the best professional wrestlers of all time. He's not wrong.
He's picking the boots up, though.
Can't believe Double J still has hair. I know, it's crazy.
Sick. It gives me hope. It gives me hope.
Yeah, I was thinking this. Double J versus Jay Lethal. Final match. Texas.
Woo! Are we going to spend now? And is that a thing because of poor ticket sales? And that's a thing that's now going to be the biggest metric is ticket sales, I feel. that we're already advertising Kenny versus Okada all in Texas. You're going to advertise Jay Lethal versus Jeff Jarrett, Texas.
He says, hell no, he's not retiring. He's not giving up those.
No, let's go.
So weird because he's been so irrelevant on AEW to get this much TV time to talk about his career.
And it's crazy to me. Jeff Jarrett is one of those this. For me personally, when it comes to pro wrestling across the board, go ahead.
I'm here to announce I signed my last ever professional wrestling contract here in AEW.
Retirement tour, and cowbell, retirement tour.
One more ride.
I was a young
The Outlaw wants AEW gold. Jeff Jarrett laying it down. I have re-signed. I'm going one more ride, and I want the world title. So you might have a more prediction. I have one.
When I wrote in on a song, I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. January 1st, 2025.
Whoa. What a wicked promo. What a wicked promo. The guy,
it's still, I was saying it before, nice. It's crazy to me how initially growing up and everything, I couldn't stand Jeff Jarrett. I thought like he was the drizzling shit and everything. And now I'm like, I want this man to become world champion in 2025. I like to even remember when he showed up in GCW, and that's the whole Last Outlaw and everything. Like, I actually like this a lot.
This segment, it's funny. I like it though. We didn't need it, and because again, it's really weird that you give Jeff Jarrett, but again, ending up what he said, like what he ended up saying, validated why they gave him the time. Because it is cool that he re-signed, but you could have maybe left out the re-signing part. But at the end of the day, Jeff Jarrett's saying, "I want gold in 2025."
Are we kind of right, though, of saying that, it's interesting of John Cena starts his retirement tour. So guess who kind of announces a retirement tour? Jeff fucking Jarrett.
Right. I liked when Jeff Jarrett became like the WCW Jeff Jarrett, slap nuts and the attitude.
Juice.
The finisher, like the stroke, the flatliner, I thought it was a great finisher.
I always associate Jeff Jarrett with the death of WCW.
A little bit because he was there, but for
he was a causation.
Yeah. So at Dynamite, Maximum Carnage, Christian versus Hook. By the way, Maximum Carnage, Nitro. Like, look at the graphic.
See,
like I know Dynamite Nitro,
and again, it's crazy.
Well, why are we doing a fight for fall and then 2 weeks later with this made up thing of Maximum Carnage? What's the point?
And we don't even feel like we've gotten a ton, even with this whole fight for the fall. And as I've got Hobbs coming out of, I did like that they did the whole, hurricane relief and we're handing out checks and everything. But
yeah,
now we've got Hobbs versus Jobbers. Oh, come on. Like, you don't need this. Like, Hobbs isn't in anything right now that's prevalent enough that requires him to have a squash match outside of just, he lost to Keshta, so we need to give him some save face.
But Hobbs is past the point of, like, we already know he's a beast. We already know he's a powerhouse. He's been on your program. You don't need this. This is, if he was a rookie still or in his first few months, you feed him 2-on-1 matches.
Does this Dynamite feel like it's built more for people who might not be watching before because now it's on Max? Or is this a good carryover from World's End?
I think it's heavy carryover. I just think there's some mistakes in the decision making, but it definitely feels heavy carry. But hairy carry. But at the end of the day, Hobbs, arguably, a lot of people thought Hobbs Takeshita was the match of the night. I didn't think it was, but a lot of people did.
I haven't. I would disagree with that. I don't feel that at all. I think that's maybe top 3. When you said Harry Carey, I was like, just a bit outside. I just started doing Will Ferrell's Harry Carey. But yeah,
You're in the talk again today. I mean, if Adam Cole, Christian Cage, and Sting and Jarrett Hogan can hold gold in AEW, why not? Right? Hashtag Slapnuts. Let's go. Oh,
Bob's gets the win. It's very interesting to me with like to think that the best segment and everything that we've had so far tonight was the best things we've had tonight was Jeff Jarrett and Ricochet stabbing Swerve Strickland in the face with scissors.
The learning tree without the Jarrett Hogan. Big Bill good, man. Why are we not using him?
I'm just laughing at Marvez.
Right?
Where is he? And I cut to Homer Simpson. Everyone should be asking, when Poochie's not on screen, everyone should be asking, hey, where's Poochie?
Oh, wait, what?
The hometown
learning
hero.
Dude, if they're doing the learning tree versus a rated FTR, fuck that. Edge comes back and Jericho jumps on that train.
How do you feel, though, as a Torontonian, that they're calling Adam Copeland part of the hometown heroes in North Kakalaki and everything?
He moved there.
Like, what?
I guess you got Adam Copeland in the Jericho Brock trade.
Oh, this is about to be some fucking collision shit.
Yeah, but imagine you slide Jericho into this feud.
This is bad, though. But stay the fuck apart from this. This is why are you getting this stink on you?
Well, a lot of people were giving Jericho heat already because there was rumors out there that Jericho wanted to get in with AJ Boone. And again, it's just Jericho going, oh, was that kind of hot? Oh, was that getting some eyes? I'll jump in on that.
Right? Yeah, see this Saturday. FTR versus the Learning Tree. Or is Copeland in the match too?
But you know how fucked this is, Nick? You know how fucked this is? Do you know how absolutely fucked this is?
That sure does show the versatility of the word.
You just brought Edge back to team up with FTR.
Mm-hmm.
As we get a T's and P's to Sweet Daddy Sika. But you just brought back rated FTR. But who did they run out of the building and fuck up on Sunday or Saturday? Moxley. Before you even have the match tonight with Moxley's crew, you're already billing them to fight another crew on Saturday. But why?
It's bad. There is no other way to say it outside of just it's bad. Yeah, I don't get that stink on you. Why did you need to go around the fucking septic tank?
But why are you nosing your way into this when you are already booked? If you want the learning tree against rated FTR, you play out Copeland and Moxley first because you just set this up. To me, it's stupidity. And again, it wouldn't surprise me if this is another example of this guy pulling his strings. Oh, we could
right.
We do really well
work for me, brother.
Fucking hell.
Paul, thank you, my guy. Happy New Year. Happy B-Day to me. Happy birthday, my guy.
Happy birthday, man. Welcome. Hope you're feeling good. New year, new birthday. Sweet deal.
Right. Speaking of saying those things that weren't working for him, of 2 IC number 1, that Jeff Jarrett promo was a waste of time.
It was better than Mercedes, though, Nick.
Oh, by a fucking mile.
Yeah.
I had to sit there and watch that. Of just like, maybe they'll do something. Maybe someone will come out. Nope. Nothing. Okay.
Hey, Tony, can I go out there and fillet myself in front of everybody? Sure.
Well, in how so far we've got about 20 minutes left of this is the first AEW Dynamite, the first AEW show of 2025, first wrestling show, technically, actually, of 2025, streaming on Max, all of that coming out of World's End. How are we feeling 20 minutes left with what Dynamite's given us?
Truthfully, I think they did pretty okay today. I've been here a lot, and it's been really hard times. So maybe I'm being a little lenient. It's January 1st. We're feeling good. The vibes are good. There was stuff here tonight that I really liked. A lot of the things that I kind of pointed out that I wasn't loving wasn't really hurting the show. It was just things that could make the show a little bit better. Ricochet was great. The couple matches early were pretty solid. Not like OC and Adam Page, I thought was a little underwhelming. A little like, these two big names in your company had like a 11-minute match that just okay, you beat them shockingly. So, but there was a lot of things here I liked, and I did like the Jeff Jarrett thing. I did like there's MJF. I did like some of what we got. I thought the triple threat was okay. I liked how they spun it off. Not bad, not great, not we lost.
Right. I want to hear this out with MJF because, like, I really, if there's somebody that to me needs to make a bounce back in 2025, it's MJ fucking F. 2024 was supposed to be his year, and it came out the bag flaccid.
I think MJF and Adam Cole are like fucking the woo, bro. The saga continues. Let's go. That's what
I'm taking these 36 chambers, motherfucker. Yeah. How many chambers you got in that gun?
Right. MJF mad.
Triple Mania. Oh, now it's being paraded around in a briefcase. He's going after the world title.
Oh, so
I dig. If this is where we're gonna go,
I don't want to.
I fuck it. Give it to him. Start anew. Start fresh. Fuck the rest. Start fresh.
You know what has become very apparent to me, talking to you, talking to the chat, here myself, is we're all pining for anybody but Moxley to have this belt. The only
thing we don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's the biggest stopgap of stopgaps.
So Jeff Jarrett wants the belt. MJF wants the belt. Is it interesting you get that back to back almost?
I don't care. I love it because everybody that's now prominent has sights at that championship, especially you start the new year with that. And that's something that even old school WWE always filled up, even the devil horns and everything. You can burn this company to the ground. I don't care. I get my championship back. Like, it's something that we even saw with the older wrestling, like Macho and Hogan and Warrior and everything. It didn't matter where you were on the card. You wanted that title. And that was the fucking ultimate prize. Yeah. And I like that you're seeing a lot of people point that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, and back in the old school, a lot of guys would, even cut the one of like, they would just mention it. Oh, by the way, I know Hogan's got that belt, but I'm coming for you right now.
Right. Once I get through Ricky Steamboat, I'm coming for you, Hogan.
I mean, to me, doing a couple of those things, the only thing I would change, Nick, and I don't want to be critical, like so picky. Moxley, Moxley's coming out with the Death Riders right now. Right. MJF, to me, could have taken the loss to Page or whatever, but to take the absolute beatdown that he took, and then as he's bleeding from that beating, he calls out another man. Like, I think in that moment where he's still covered in blood and he's not focused on the people that made him bleed, I don't love it. I don't.
See, and this could be because I'm the Scarf carrying member and everything like that. To me, I'm on the other side of it. I really liked it because I honestly think that promo right there was better than any promo he cut in 2024.
Yeah, it was solid.
I like that promo a lot. It was going to go one way and it pivoted back the other way.
That's the hard part. I like that. I like that he's talking about Moxley, and I find it very intriguing. Multiple people are talking about Moxley again. But yeah, I like it. So I don't want to, like, okay, if that was their way to say this is officially done, it's just a really weak. MJF feels at his weakest and he's jumping to the top, right? So we'll see.
But it was a weak story. Just don't mention it. Don't forget about it. Just we'll leave that in 2024 and move on. But
right. But here comes Rated FTR, folks. Get in that chat. How you feeling? How you feeling? Victor Nash.
A name we haven't seen in a minute, Victor Nash. Happy New Year, becoming a member for 17 months.
Victor, Happy New Year, sir.
How do you feel from a talking standpoint, though, that a lot of people are in their promos mentioning, I don't exactly disagree with what your motive is, what, how you feel about this, but I still need to accomplish what I want.
Yeah, that's what it should be. I'm tired of this. I'm so happy to work here. I'm so lucky. I used to sleep on a park bench. Like, I'm so tired of that stuff. I want to hear, like, either I'm pissed off at you and I want to fight you tomorrow, or
Right.
I want to be the champ. I want to be the best in the world at this, and I'm coming for that belt. That's what I want more of. The whole, like, I work with the best people ever. Save that shit. Be on a grind. Be motivated for the right reasons. I want to show.
Sounds like we're talking specifically to FTR here.
Yeah, them too. I'm so sick of the, I soured on Dax in 2024. He promised that they're trying to make something happen in 2025. If they can do it, I'll be cheering for them again.
Right. I like that Mega by this time has pointed out his error, but I still like it, of the Tater superstar.
We call him Tater Salad.
Right. You got me. You got the Tater.
But ladies,
are you Adam Tater Copeland?
Rated Tater? What does that mean? Marina ringside. Where's Pac?
Yeah. 1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, none. Yo Pac, he's Pac, no Pac, none.
None. Pac more in and out than it's crazy.
Well, it's interesting that we have a trios match involving a side that has the trios titles, but no trios titles on the line.
You want to be cool?
They didn't even come out with them.
No, they don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying they might go the way of the dinosaur. That trios division shriveled up pretty quick.
See, you know what you do? And I'm surprised Jericho didn't pitch this, but you know what you do is you do the Freebird rule with the trios belts, so Moxley can defend them, and then you have rated RKO or rated FTR win, and then Jericho gets a trios title shot against rated FTR.
Well, no, Wheeler's known for doing the for the KOs and everything like that. He did it at the Brett's Hall of Fame, and then
right.
We've got bald Glock Anderson out here with Dax,
right.
So yeah.
But we are off and running. Dax in there with Yuta. Good energy, and again, good view. Like it's a very professional look tonight to the show. I give them full marks.
They've done really well. It's been very bright. It's very much the crowd shown, and it shows that there's people there and everything like that. And especially with them, their first one on Mox or on Max Mox. Mox takes over Max and just calls it Mox. But that there's been no hiccups. It's honestly probably the clearest picture out of any way to watch it so far, I've felt. But yeah, they've outside of the flaws in ring, they've done well. You did well, Tater.
Right. And again, if one of your bold predictions are going to come true, and I don't want to spoil anything for tomorrow, but if one of your bold predictions come true, I mean, how do they? Right, rated FTR is going to fight the Learning Tree on Saturday. Are we already heading away from Edge Moxley, or are we going to?
Is it FTR versus Learning Tree? Or is it rated FTR?
All three, I think.
God damn it!
Tag. I think.
Well, you've got to pay the troll toll,
right? Adam Copeland doing double duty. Oh, comes down on that bottom rope, drop kick to Cesaro.
Is it one of those, if you're Copeland, of I'm back, so I just kind of want to wrestle a bit? Like, I want to just do some shit.
Well, I think he gets the opportunity. You do the Dynamite in North Carolina, and then
you do the Collision in North Carolina, and it's probably the same taping.
Right? And then he can go home for 2 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah. because he's the hometown hero.
Right?
Remember the guy from Toronto that
Right.
showed up with Maple Leafs gear is the hometown hero.
Copeland, Omega, interesting as I go to pitcher and pitcher. Moxley in control of Adam Copeland on the outside right now, rolling them in. But we roll on, folks. We got a lot coming your way, as we just touched on. Don't forget that tomorrow, 8 p.m., we will be here for our bold predictions in 2025. Myself, Big Nick, and Anthony are going to throw out some random thoughts. You can show up, get in the chat, let us know if we're right, wrong, crazy. Are we off our rocker completely, or are we on to something? So be here for that. It's going to be a fun night where we debate some of our good things. And I know a couple of our predictions are going to cause some discourse, to put it lightly.
Well, is it things that we think are going to happen, or maybe even some things we just want to happen?
Well, you can go the want route too, but I mean, I want to make some bold predictions that might actually pay off.
Oh yeah, oh no, 100%. You got to find that nice little balance and everything like that, because absolutely, my guy. But yes, we do also still have the Wrasslin 4 Life Wars, the 4 lifeies, not the mid-lifeies. We've got the golden KJ up for grabs and everything.
Absolutely. January 9th, 8 p.m., we will go live again. We will take your votes. Keep an eye on the community section. Those are going up the polls. The holidays are just making it tricky to get to everything, but make sure you get your votes in when that does go up. And it's going to be a fun one. We always have a good time, and we will do out our we will do up our annual award show.
And again, those are the awards that you get to vote on and everything. You decide. You, the voice of the voiceless, get to decide who wins, and we just present the categories and the contenders.
Right. 100%. It's going to be a fun time. We look forward to it annually. We do it, and we're looking forward to it. A lot of debate every year on it.
Fair enough. Well, I like this of the golden cage up for grabs sounds low-key provocative. Wouldn't you like to know? And outside of this, I'll pose it the same way that I said when we had our best of 2024 stream, as we're in commercial break right now, or at least I am. You're probably still in picture-in-picture.
I got picture-in-picture right now, sir.
There we go. I'm in picture-in-pause. But who would you say is your MVP of 2024? I've still bounced this idea around in my head. If I still go through that overall CM Punk, he may have not been the quote-unquote wrestler of the year and everything because he was injured for a bit and everything. But as far as what mattered, what happened, what people were paying attention to, there was a whole thing to where people were paying attention to this man locked in Titan Towers and everything like that. Like CM Punk was over in 2 companies at the same time. Ariel Helwani's biggest interview, CM Punk. I think this man, again, may not be best wrestler, may not be best this, may be not that. He closed it out with arguably the best promo in God knows how long, best segment in God knows how long. So to me, MVP of 2024 is CM Punk.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair shot. And you make a lot of really strong points.
He's Josh Allen, motherfuckers.
Well, the difference with that, though, is Josh Allen's taking the ball every play. And, Punk gets a little bit of his pause, right? Like he gets a little more of that time. He's a little more of the Rodgers, where I'm not going to take a couple games off. But at the end of the day, I mean, really valid. I thought about Seth because he was so good. And you know what? I think something that got overlooked this year a little bit, and maybe arguably still the MVP in wrestling, ends up being Roman Reigns for me. The build to Mania, they wrote him off for a while, but he built up to War Games, and now he's still involved. He's going to be there on January 6th. I mean, yeah, he had a time where he was away, but so did a guy like Punk. So did Seth. So, yeah, and I mean, AEW, Adam Page, Will Ospreay are my 2 votes.
Fair enough, but sorry, no, that's really like you bringing up Roman as backslide on Yuta, but that's really I hadn't even thought about that. Of he really, the ripple effects were huge with that man. Of literally, the man turned babyface and wasn't on TV, so that's not a bad shot at all. Of he really still was the straw that stirs the drink a bit.
Yeah, I think part of the recency bias, and he was a little quiet post Mania. But we got everybody running around right now. As Dax is on fire. Oh, good pace of the match. That's moving well. Nice brain buster.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, is Hardcore title returning on Raw Netflix? I don't believe so. I know Travis has it right now, I believe. Was it him?
Yeah, Hunter gave it to Travis. I don't know if they're going to actually bring it back. I think that's going to be one of those, if he just might show up with it, of does he perform the intro like this? They're building this up, my guy. Like, this is a premium live event. This is WrestleMania adjacent, I would feel.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in that vibe, I mean, again, it's definitely setting a tone. Maybe some little, a couple of lesser things in there, but overall they're cooking.
Bro, I sat there and saw people that you could do a whole show just on the potential returns and everything and debuts that might happen.
Yeah, and again, I think the fans need to take a deep breath. It's going to be cool. It's going to be big, but we're not going to get everything. They're going to leave some bullets in the chamber for the week after, and the week after, and the week after. Big back body drop for the top.
Oh,
good match. Pac lives in England, I do believe, and again, he just it's so hard to get interested in anything Pac does because he's just not there. Period. I'm sorry,
Mr. Newcastle upon Time, but yeah. But yes, when it comes to Raw with Netflix, don't get mad when they don't do what you booked in your head. Still enjoy and embrace what they do.
Oh, Moxley hanging up Dax.
Claudio, they tried to stick delayed and kind of got it, yeah.
Yuta, who just got murdered, hits a frog splash. Sell something.
Yeah. Again, didn't you just eat like one of the worst moves off the top rope, my guy?
Jason is OG Dale defending his Wrestling for Life Network Championship Monday, January 6th. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. OG Dale, you've been put on notice.
Right.
You compare the Seth and Punk promo with the Punk and Cody promo before Mania. There was more intensity. Seth and Punk, you can kind of compare them, but Seth Punk was one of the best promo segments of the year. It had so much venom in it, and it was just on point. Venom.
By the way, I fucking love that movie and that character, so it's getting insane that you made that goddamn reference. Trust me, I have a condition that I call is my venom and everything. Yeah, of that. No, I think the Punk Seth thing. It was the best way to end out 2024 because it felt genuine, it felt authentic, not plugging us or anything, but and I guess that's been the way that I guess going into Netflix and everything that they're gonna treat, WWE creative of. It's gonna be a lot more of let them feel it out, which is what it was before and what it should be and everything.
Right. 100%. I like Josh Allen, but Lamar Jackson, no way. Josh Allen, if it was not for Josh Allen, the fucking Buffalo Bills would be in the CFL. Like, seriously.
That's not what I thought you were going to say, so I was already mad, and now I have to walk back in because I do slightly agree with you with that, but I thought you were about to say if it wasn't for Josh Allen, I wouldn't be, fantasy champion and everything. Yeah, that's not how you... Oh, you fucker, you suddenly got me to bend the knee again there. Fucking all right, House of KJ Garion, whatever. But yeah.
7th seed, folks.
The man wanted everyone to go 7-7. He's the only one that went 7-7, straight even. Man's Eli Manning in championships. Took down the defending champion, by the way, too. So took it against Tom Brady. I'm Bel Belichick and everything.
I'm the road warrior, bro. All the games on the
exactly. But no, Josh Allen is the MVP, my guy. Man had 6 touchdowns in one game. Man's the only NFL quarterback to sit there and have a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown in the same fucking game. Man's out there making up stats.
Oh, yeah, he's out there doing the Mr. Perfect, tossing it up and then running down the field.
Yeah, right, exactly. Let me just...
Dun, 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 dun.
It's not even a debate. And I know other people are, well, it could have gone to Saquon, it could have gone to Lamar, it could have gone to no, of this man. And by the way, he's been doing most of the season with a broken freaking hand. Man's out there Kurt Angling it too. I've been throwing the football. I've been grabbing the football with a broken freaking hand.
Right. Why is everyone in the D Riders devoid of personality? Because it's cool to be aloof. Like I don't know.
like calling them the D Riders. I don't like that.
Deanna
Perazo, Southern New Hampshire University. Shout out because I live in New Hampshire, so I was like, yeah, SNHU.
South Harmon Institute.
I didn't know she was in a commercial with them.
South Harmon?
South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Mox and Edge exchanging, and the crowd goes crazy. Throwing elbows. Joe Burrows.
Main event of AEW All In Texas. Well, no, because then if you're going to do Kenny Okada that they were teasing. Yes, bend the knee very much. Gondor calls for aid, but
Kool-Aid.
Band-Aid, Kool-Aid, what aid?
But Copeland, forearm, Moxie going over the guardrail, and they're running off.
How do you feel, though, that a lot of the quote-unquote promotion for even tonight and everything was quote-unquote ex-WWE guys of Claudio, FTR, Copeland, Mox, Jeff Jarrett, we're 5 years now deep into AEW, and we can't lead our quote-unquote biggest show with homegrown talent.
It's interesting. It definitely is something that the critics will point out. Again, they're here now. Let's just use them to the best of their abilities. As we go in the crowd, everyone returning. Again, they got to remember, the ring is the stage. Be on the stage as much as possible. You can leave the ring, but you have 6 men nowhere near the ring. Get to the ring.
Yeah, it's especially when it's this lit up and everything.
Great that you went out to the crowd, but it was a pointless spot.
Yeah, but Yuta had the most focus in this match. Why is Wheeler Yuta had the most focus?
2 counts. Yuta's the MVP, bro. The other 2 guys are like, you take all the bump.
No, he's a utility player. He's the guy that can play shortstop, catcher, and outfield, and can sell hot dogs in the fucking 3rd and 7th stretch.
Hashtag utility.
Coming soon after the Jarrett Hogan utility player.
Edge low key has that Jericho thing going on. Oh, well, we're back on the swoops. It's an old man thing. It's all right. It happened.
Yeah, but one's justifiably out there. Old Cowboy. Oh, the bait and tackle.
The huevos.
Right in the huevos.
Oh,
Huevos rancheros.
Wow. Wheeler going for a tope, eats a European instead.
Oh, you got knocked the fuck out.
He spun him around and got kicked by him.
That man literally ate that European uppercut so much that it stopped his momentum and spun him. That was like an NFL hit where you see somebody diving for the end zone and they get hit midair, so they spin around and still land in the end zone type shit.
As they clear off the table, Moxie,
why did the desk get so big? Why is that so fucking big?
What?
The announce desk. Am I just not used to watching AEW this much of? It's like a fucking monolith.
Yeah. As Claudio giving the ref shit, the ref's not like everyone should be counted out at this point.
No, 6 men, no disqualification.
There's DQ in 6 men.
I don't fucking know. There's no DQ in AEW.
Oh, wait a minute.
Points are made up.
Jay White. Takes that
runner. A little shimmy and then a shotgun. Jay White MVP of tonight. Next to Ricochet.
Right, Ricochet and Jay White. Claudio chases White away. They almost missed it. Edge and Mox.
A spear through the guardrail, which we missed. We only catch the end because we were watching Claudio and them watching it on the screen. Holy.
It's exciting. Oh, FTR's alive. They've been missing for about 8 minutes.
They're back alive.
Shatter Machine. Spear. And
You're just gonna take the fucking pen. God damn.
The Death Riders get D down hard.
Overall, good result. Had moments in the match. Like
it was just chaos.
Well, no, they fucked up with one of the camera angles for sure. Like they started to really get a lot of momentum. Now you got to show the replay. Because it wasn't even a spear, it was just a crossbody. We just saw the calamity. You could have been better without showing the replay, actually, with that.
Yeah, because you left it up to, what happened?
Yeah, but Yuta the MVP. Yuta took everything in that match. Like,
Yuta's the guy because, Moxie doesn't sell shit.
And literally, you love this, as they're celebrating the finish of the match in the bottom corner, the Learning Tree versus Rated FTR on Collision. Max.
Max, Jarrett, and in addition to that, I mean, you just had the World Champions faction take an L, and the team that beat them, instead of continuing this feud, they're going to fight Jericho and their fucking lackeys on Saturday. What are we doing?
Right? Oh, and which actually, by the way, I'm glad I was surprised and I didn't even realize we're past 10 o'clock because I was wondering how Max was going to treat the overrun, if it was going to be one of those, if it cut off at 10. But no, it cut straight off at 10:07. But literally, it's got to be at this point of Jericho saying I'm going to put myself at least in the audience's eyes of I'm on that par of the guy who just beat the world champ is about to have a feud and have a match with me. So we're right there of you're elevating your status just by who you're associated with, who you're having a match with.
He is fucking Boxcar Willie, my guy. Like, it's just what train do I jump on next?
Do not touch Jericho. Good advice.
But that's what it is. It's like, what train am I going to jump? Oh, Adam Copeland's back. People are popping. There are 3 guys. We're 3 guys. Tony will make so much money.
Hey, Jericho, we're 3 guys. Fuck it. We'll take you on in an interview, in a match down by the bay. Maybe we play with some clay. Hey, what do you say?
Well, you're on Big Bill. Put it that way.
Big Bill on Big Nick. I think it works out. We got Anthony and Christ Almighty. They've displayed this man enough that I've forgotten his fucking name.
Keith.
You're right. Yes. And then you versus Jericho is definitely the main event, my guy.
If Mox booked this, then it's good that he didn't book the full show. Yeah, Moxie loves his shit. It's just chaos. These camera angles suck. I am the announce desk.
Okay? I am the table.
Right. It was an okay match. It was an okay match, folks. If you're new here, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show. Give us your rating out of 10. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good, bad, in between? A great way to kick off the year. Wasn't a bad show by any stretch, for my opinion. Again, were there a few things, and that's what I think is kind of weird, because I love the Osprey stuff. I love the Ricochet stuff, swerves in there. But then you come to the main event with Moxley, and I don't love it as much as I should love the main event stuff. You know what I mean? I like the mid-card stuff, Okada, Kenny. I like all of that better than anything with Moxley in the main event. So your show feels kind of flat on the way out just because I don't care about Moxley's career.
Well, yeah, and they still don't even know exactly what his whole motive is. I really liked, again, out of everything tonight, whether it be Jay White, whether it be Hangman, even the Ricochet thing was great, separate onto its own. It's not even fully tied into my point of the MJF promo. I still swear that right there. MJF took, what was it, 30 seconds, a minute tops, and got me more interested in him in 2025 than I was interested in him at all in 2024.
And 23, 22, 21.
Listen, let's not get crazy here. Let's not get crazy.
Come on now.
But I like that you saw a lot of people that are starting it off with their aim at the world title and know even too that Copeland is a threat towards instantly going into the world title scene and everything.
Yeah. Like, I think it's funny that you have this whole thing of like, you know, like we're going to line people up. And I think, you know, Jeff Jarrett all of a sudden having clout. I mean, again, it's just crazy to me. I think it's so funny that out of nowhere he's relevant. And again, a guy's a pro, knows how to cut a promo, knows how to get himself over, sold to the crowd about the, you know, the runnings of his career, but one last ride. It is funny that it's going up against Cena's one last ride, but I mean, it's funny. But at the end of the day, I love Jeff Jarrett, and I mean, if this is how he's going to go, I'd rather Jeff Jarrett on my screen doing important stuff because he's going to do it well than Jericho.
Oh, 100%. Oh, trust me, I'm I was halfway going with Jericho with there on what you were talking about. Then you spun it back around into Jeff Jarrett. And I think that whole segment was great. I thought you were about to say with Jericho having clout. I thought I would have predicted more he'd have gout in 2025 than clout. But yeah, no, Jericho just hey ho, Jericho's got to go. And it's crazy to me that Jeff Jarrett in 2025. I almost want to see Jeff Jarrett win AEW Gold in 2025 of send it out. I mean, it checks out.
Why not?
At this point. You can make it work.
Yeah, why not? At least it's buzzworthy. Holy shit, Jarrett did what? Like, and that's multi-generational. Jeff Jarrett? Oh shit.
I think could you get down to where you get one of those of to where that's crazy of Jeff Jarrett might hold the most carryover crossover weight out of any name in AEW right now. That might be more of an indictment than anything, but
well, again, I think it's going the other way with it altogether. So it's a tough shot.
But if you had, say, Jeff Jarrett of I either win this match and become champion, or this is my last match or I retire. You go Sting's retirement tour that we got in 2024 with Jeff Jarrett in 2025.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how long it goes. I do think, again, you got a few months where you have a chance to build him up a little, and then he retires at All in Texas.
Oh, you're right.
2 out of 10 from Hannah. Little low. Mega going 8. Does Kenny Omega close out the show next week? KJ Nick, yes or no? I mean, I'm really shocked. You brought back Kenny at the pay-per-view. This is the first one since, and this is a big deal. You're one of the EVPs, and why would you not have him come out and like almost open the show with a Kenny promo? It's Kenny fucking Omega.
That's actually not a terrible shout at all. Of that's the way you start off. This is the way you start in 2025. You start the max deal and everything. If I'm still an EVP here and I'm gonna still make my claim, and even if you are gonna do like what it seemed like they did tonight of wait until All in Texas to do that match, that's a way you can at least tag us along with it a little bit and everything. You explain it of you get him out there, he talks about it, etc., versus what we got. Yeah.
6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 is the best I can give the show. Maybe a 7. All right. The most boring main event I've ever seen, ever strong, but it was. I don't know how to express this to Tony. Like if you keep the fucking match in the ring, yes, you can have moments you go to the table, but the focus, like that ring is your stage. Like, yeah, sure. You know, Axl Rose will walk through the crowd once in a while or crowd surf. But at the end of the day, he does most of his songs on the fucking stage. So when you got 6 men and they're everywhere and the camera guys can't keep up, I think you're hurting the product. You put them all in the ring, have them wrestle, have it make sense, have the ref follow the rules. Why is the ref out there talking to people and not counting? Like just So it makes it feel boring. I mean, overall, not a bad match, but it was chaotic.
Well, what's your rating on the show? Because granted, you said it perfectly of essentially the ring is your focal point. Whether you're shooting a movie, you're taking pictures, whatever, that's your focal point that you focus on, and everything is peripheral around it. But what's your overall rating for tonight?
I kind of want to be generous. We're starting off the year.
Really, I'm taking your word because you're here every week. I am not. I am the newcomer.
It was a good Dynamite. It really was. Overall, it was good. Again, a lot of the stuff critically I had to say tonight was like production shit or how you format your program or, again, still like, well, if you're going to let Moxley have creative control, maybe you got to filter it a little bit or figure it out or dial it back a bit. FTR going against Learning Tree. Announcing that prior to this main event is asinine to me. It is ass backwards. Like, it is fucking dumb.
Have them come out and jump them or something? Is that how you do it? Or do you do you even announce it on Dynamite, or do you do that social media thing and you do that, like, say that's a Twitter thing? Like WWE would probably do that. You do that after Twitter, you have them confront rated FTR and everything backstage as they come through Gorilla.
Don't do it at all. Don't do it at all.
Oh, yes, but that's we're here. So if you have to build the bridge, how would you build it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, they could have I guess if you're going to do it, you do something like have them have an interaction. Again, it just doesn't make sense. And then Copeland beat the Death Riders have been unstoppable, bro. And they lose tonight. So now what? Does that mean Copeland gets a world title shot? Do they get a trios title shot? No, they get a Learning Tree spot. What the fuck?
Right. 7 out of 10. I still don't even think you gave an actual number.
I did not. I'll give it a 7.5.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it a 7.5. I mean, I'll give it credit. Most nights that would be a 7. First one of the year, giving it some love. It gets a 7.5, 75 percentile.
I want to give it a 6.5, but
okay.
Well, we had the Phantom Mist. We started off on this with a good bit of this and a lot of clunk, and it's not like for what they had production wise. I think saved them a lot because it was more of what they did production wise was better than what they did in ring, and then it felt like it shifted, at the top of the hour. I'll meet you at a 7, and that's the highest I can go with this. I'll give it a 7 of, like I said, we had the Phantom Mist, OC versus Hangman to me wasn't super great. Of Lashley versus the Acclaimed was very much more of setting up that angle with the Acclaimed and everything, which I hope to see. It felt like the later the show went, it got progressively better, but we've also we theoretically got a match that's advertised 6 to 7 months out.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
it's such an odd thing because there's so much that could happen between then and now.
No, we missed a super chat, I guess, of Vic.
Stop. Oh
no, Victor with a $5 super chat saying Omos and Jack Morris are tag champs in Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes, they are. Big deal. We started off the year Omos. A lot of people weren't sure what his future in wrestling was at all, and here he is, tag champs in Noah. Crazy.
Crazy. Well, and I could see him having a run with that. He goes the giant run of just kind of has a tour through Japan and as the special attraction coming back to the U.S.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, it would be very interesting what they do here, but 8 out of 10, it's a great experience for him to keep going. 6 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10 because of the Ricochet and Swerve segment. 7 out of 10. This would have been a top Dynamite of 2024. I agree with that. I really do. I think this was one of the better shows of the last few months. So, I mean, again, solid show. Some flaws. I mean, but it's improvement. It's optimism. Yes.
Well, you're there. You're here every week and everything like that. So that's why I'll meet you at a 7. I can't. I don't know if I can get to 7.5 with you, but I'll meet you at a 7.
100%. The Death Rider story is not working. I 1, 2, 3 kid. That's one of my biggest beefs right now. We haven't seen the AEW World Title on TV in months, and that's crazy to me. Like, it's such a symbol of your company to not see it. It's crazy. And I just think there's guys in the company, Swerve, Osprey. We've run through Edge's back now. I just feel like so much like, people would be so into, Kenny Osprey, even Kenny Copeland, or there's so many options that I just don't think Moxley's the guy to be carrying the ball. I think I'd be more excited with Adam Page as champion.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I liked even in the MJF promo to where even mentioned about the whole championship's been carried around a briefcase for how many months now?
That's crazy. I thought tonight's show was an 8 out of 10. Really liked it. There you go, Anthony. Going even higher than me. So, is Ricochet going to the barber beefcake gimmick? Again, hijack the scissor me daddy. It's now Ricochet's gimmick.
Bowman slid him the scissors instead. You can have that.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
I'm over this.
Right.
Debut, but the show had its up to now 7 out of 10. So again, 7.5 bold strategy. I'm again feeling generous. It's January 1st, and I enjoyed most of the show. I think the stuff I really liked, I really fucking give them bonus marks, like on the Ricochet thing, because we've seen them fuck that up, and the crowd started turning on Ricochet, and they just leave. And you put him up against Swerve, who needs a guy like Ricochet with that energy to really continue to be the guy that blows the roof off the place when his music hits. It works so well for me, dude.
Well, and you're here week in and week out and everything like that. So to you, was this especially going from 2024 to 2025, like versus their weekly television? Would you say that this is still a better episode and everything? I'm really proud and I'm really surprised with how it went on Max and everything. Of they technically started like 5 minutes before, so you get into the stream and everything. There wasn't a ton of hiccups or anything. I think we kind of found a sync point pretty easily. So I liked that overall with them transitioning that way went well. But you're here weekly television. Was it as good as advertised? Good as thought?
Yeah, absolutely. And Bear saying that the booking creative ranking system and how they utilize belts baffles me. Again, the you're not wrong, Bear. Again, I think a lot of us get confused, and I think as fans, as the numbers have kind of gone down, we're really noticing people that we're big fans of, or that we want to see more of, don't seem to be getting the love they deserve, and that's unfortunate.
Well, we're hoping. We got one day in, one day more.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. That was the stream. That was the show. Jan 1 in the books. Day 1 done. We are back tomorrow for bold predictions. Looking forward to that. Gonna have a little bit of fun on the stream. 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Be there. Myself, Big Nick, and Anthony run through our bold predictions for 2025. What we think could, should, and maybe has to happen. And I'm sure we're gonna have some debate over who thinks what. Friday SmackDown, Saturday not here, Sunday here for your Netflix preview show, and then Monday, of course, the big Netflix debut. For my money tonight, folks, Tony and Co. started the year off pretty good. Could be better, but it's a good start.
They've started off on a better note than 2024 tastes. I'll give you that. But now you got me out here wanting to save Sunday, predictions and chill when it comes to talking about Netflix.
Right? Predictions and chill. But that is all she wrote. That's it. Go check out all their social media. Thank you for being here. Thank you for 2024. We can't wait for 2025 to kick into high gear. We got so much coming your way, folks, and we're not stopping. We got so much to work on. But yeah, follow us on all the socials. Don't forget Discord. And thank you for being here.
Happy New Year. Happy 2025 and 100%. Hopefully your New Year's resolution involves being a subscriber to the Wrasslin for Life Network. But 100%, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that for life with it.
Happy New Year's, folks. Come back tomorrow. We'll talk about 2025. See you on the flip side. Good night.